Ah! I shouldn't be was I muted all this time? Oh, jeez, I think I was. I'm so sorry. I think I was. Yeah, I've been talking a little bit about this game, and I had it muted the whole time. And then when I unmute, I cough at you. My apologies. I only pressed it because I had a coughing fit coming, and then I realized it was muted. Crud. Actually, I do. Thank you. I've got Musk. Well, in the interim, when I was actually muted, I was just talking about how much I appreciate this game. How it's 40 years old. It came out almost 40 years ago. And that's probably why they released it. It's part of its anniversary in Japan. Now, I'm playing it now. I just had my birthday 5 days ago. I'm 46, and I'm playing it again. And I was also stating how I like that they added all these nice little details, things they didn't have to do to give the world more color. And they've added, geez, again, sorry, mechanics from later games. There's a bit now, for instance. Thing is, I don't really know. Oh, that was nice. I don't really know what I'm going to be facing. This is a little bit weaker. Well, let's see. Jeez. I also mentioned how beautiful the music is. Oh, hang on just a sec. Sorry, coughing fit. Just had a coughing fit all of a sudden. I haven't been feeling all that great these last couple of weeks. I think I've had a touch of that flu A or whatever the hell it is that's coming through. Flu A, flu B, flu Z, flu Zeta, I don't know. My wife caught it because she works with kids, and I think I got it a little bit too. I don't usually get things from her. It's weird. And vice versa. When I had COVID, she didn't get it from me. And it only hits one group at a time. That's no good. I thought it hit everybody. I think only the Boomerang does that. Alright, I'm gonna have to bring on the Lance. Can I equip them? Can I change my equipment? No, I don't think I can. Sure I can't? Alright, well, let's just go. There you go. In this remake, you fight multiple monsters, which I dig. I'm totally okay with that. I like that. It would have been more efficient just to use the lance in that case. The thing is, I don't know what to expect, so right now I'll go back to the lance. But the I was saying before when it was muted that just how much I adored the music in this game. In the NES version, you didn't hear the full symphonic suite of these songs, like this part of the song here. You didn't hear that in the NES. It just was a loop of the very first few measures. But I first heard it on the... I think they included it in the SNES remake, but I first heard it on the Game Boy Color version of Dragon Warrior 1 and 2. And it was so beautiful when I first heard it because I never heard it before. And even through the little tinny Game Boy Color sound chip, I was playing on the GBASP, the GBSP, with no headphones. So I just heard it through that one little speaker, and I go, that is so beautiful. I can't believe I never heard the whole thing before. And I did watch the cartoon that came out in the 90s, that Saban brought over from Japan, but only the first 13 episodes, heavily edited. But it was really good because they included, not only was the acting surprisingly good, they left a lot of the drama and violence in, and they included a lot of music from the games, from Koichi Sugiyama's symphonic suites, and it sounded great. And that's not how it sounded in Japan. If you listen to the Japanese versions, they had the music from the games, but it all sounds more technical, or more like synthesized and arranged. These guys went to the symphony, and it sounded, for the American version, it sounded great. Kind of reminds me of, Future Fido's down. Okay, Bad Dog. It reminds me of Dragon Quest VIII. In Japan, Dragon Quest VIII for the PS2 had MIDI music. Sounded good, but in the United States version, they updated it to full symphonic recordings. It was a very nice thing for them to do. They didn't have to do that. I think they did that for a couple of Dragon Quests, though, now I think about it. The very first Dragon Quest game, I think, the Japanese version had pretty simple Ultima-like graphics. Not that simple, but the characters didn't move much. The characters weren't very detailed. In the United States version, they added a lot more. They filled out the graphics a little better, it just actually made some improvements. Uh-oh. Okay, let's press them.
Know not who thou art, but I beg of thee, send word to Tantagel. The detachment dispatched in search of Princess Gwaelin is no more, but she was seen. The fiends did spirit her away across the swampland south of Kol. I fear I can endure no longer.
We meet again, friend.
Sounds like Jim Cummings.
This man is a soldier of Tantagel. He hath breathed his last. His wounds are truly terrible to behold.
What a good voice.
Is this thy doing?
Yeah. Jeez. You saved you guys' lives before, remember?
A message, thou sayest. The princess was taken across the swampland south of Kol.
Then we must go after her with all haste. Come, what are we waiting for?
Sounds like Brienne of Tarth.
The party sent in search of the princess was comprised of our finest soldiers. Surely we will simply meet the same fate.
If thou art afraid, then away with thee homeward, coward. I will go to the princess's rescue, though I go entirely alone.
No, come with me. We'll be partners.
We cannot allow our comrades' deaths to have been in vain. We shall make for the swampland. You will remain here and see that this man is granted the burial he deserveth. Hie you thence to the castle and report on all that hath occurred here.
Ah, okay. What do you say, Captain?
Friend, I would ask a boon of thee also. News of these events will only stir discord among the people. I prithee, keep thy counsel. I understand that His Majesty had tasked thee with learning more of the hero of legend. I wish thee luck in thy quest. Now,
I know how you feel, bro.
Canst thou continue?
do not fret on my account. We have work to do. Come.
Oh, my knees. Oh, my hip. Oh. Aw. Aw. And to cover up the stink of his corpse. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go. I don't know if I said, I don't know if you heard it, it's probably muted. Hang on a second, make sure I'm not muted again. Now I'm all nervous about it. Okay, I think you can hear me. Anyway, earlier I encountered this bard in the ruins, and the animation of the characters was very cute. They just kind of zipped around, and they had little symbols appear over their heads to express their emotions. And I thought it was very cute, and I just thought, that's cool. Sometimes you can get across quite a lot. I think the story you're trying to tell can be very powerfully affected by the way the characters look. And I think in the rush to have realistic characters in video games, they kind of forgot how that might affect how the story is portrayed. Look at Final Fantasy XII, for instance, which I could not stand. Final Fantasy XII, I mean, from the very first moments, the characters dressed ridiculously, and they say stupid things, and they try to act adorable like anime characters. Like, they look too real for me to take them seriously. It doesn't work. You do something like this, however, you can get away with anything. This is a very, very smart remake. It's beautiful. It includes the Akira Toriyama's artwork. God rest his soul, he was so good. And the beautiful music of Koichi Sugiyama. But it improves on it in every way. Lieutenant. The game adds a lot. This version adds a lot to the story, as you can tell. You're not piecing everything together yourself anymore. There's other characters involved, but I think that makes the world richer. And I kind of like that. That captain and his detachment there, we had a couple run-ins since the start of the game, and so they know me a little bit, because I saved them at a battle at the very beginning of the game when I first arrived in the world. In a left guard, rather. So we're having more and more encounters. It kind of makes you think of Doom 3, which I thought actually was kind of clever in its storytelling. I don't know if Doom is a game that needs a story, but Doom 3 was clever in its own way. It felt like, because it introduces you to two characters from the UAC who are investigating the issues on Mars, and they go off on their own, and you see hints of what they're doing, and you re-encounter them at the very end. I wonder if that's going to happen here. So, I already know from my experience with this game, my much great experience, that the princess is in this cave here, guarded by a dragon. It was a total shock when you played it on the NES, because you didn't know what to expect in any given place. You knew... The game gives you the absolute worst clue, the worst clue of all. It tells you some guy over here in Garnham, this town here, which is in the northwestern corner of the world, tells you, they say the Dragon Lord took the princess east. Yeah, well, east of where? I mean, I understand maybe you probably mean relative to the castle, east of the castle, which makes sense. But when you say it when you're in the farthest northwest quarter, it confuses you. It's like, well, yeah, east of here, everything's east of here. As a kid, I didn't know he might have been relative to the castle itself, but still. Scorpion. Dead Scorpion. Fatality. Alright. I might be a little over leveled for this part, but let's see. Fizzle and Dodgy Dance. Let me grab this first. The game is very generous. It gives you tons of stuff. It makes you feel... It never makes you feel punished. And although some people might balk at that, going, that's not how it was originally, I do not give a shit. I am totally okay with it. Is that the only one I have? Okay. It just shows who's got it equipped. Okay. Or who's carrying it. Okay. Oh, speaking of that, I should probably put that back in the bag so it doesn't take up space. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know what I'm going to be facing. I'll hold on to it. First, I need to get the call. Let's just say here. Tell me where call is. Yeah, in the Shrine of Rain. The Shrine of Rain is where I think I need to go next. Yeah. Pardon me. There's also some secret spot or something to investigate up there where those bubbles are in the forest. A bag of laughs appears! See, he cast healing himself and he was already not unhurt. That's pretty funny. Oh, attacks twice and he took more than one hit. Oh, man. Okay, good. I'm in no mood for laughs. I'm Dower, Sir Dower of Hateful Land. I love the character designs in these games. They're so silly. But that's what makes it work. Toriyama's style is so good that he can get away with being silly. Alright, let's fight wisely, because these guys are tougher now, and I do have plenty of magic power. Ooh, he was trying to do it. There you go, thank you. Zapped it out of here. Yeah. There we go. One thing I really like about this game are these... Well, I think it's been around since, what, Dragon Quest 9? Was it not? I can't remember. Which one is the one that was on this... just came out? Was it 11? I think it was 11. It was a handy heal-all. I love that. It's a great idea. You press triangle to open the menu, hold triangle again to heal up. Not to waste time picking through all your items and spells to do it. It rewards the basic strategy over the micromanagement, which I much appreciate. Corpse Corporal. Okay. Ooh, you zapped me. Forgive me if I'm repeating myself. I'm just very neurotic about whether I was muted or not, but I was mentioning that I don't really like the battle theme in this game. It's okay. It's just you can hear it over and over. It gets tiresome. In Dragon Quest II, the battle theme is really bad. I really don't like it, but so I'm not looking forward to that. But that bag of laughs is not very funny. This is not going well. Oh man, we're doomed. We're doomed! Things went bad real quick. I might have an item I can... No! No, no, no! Crap. That's what I was gonna do. Thank God he thought of it. Okay. We still haven't taken anybody out. Okay, let's get him. Thank you. As long as they're not casting Bang, they might be out of MP.
I cannot fall.
That's cool, I like that. they did the whole song. I like this. That's kind of good. I was complaining about it, but I like how they included that. The extra parts of the song make it more interesting. Go to the bag, you dummy! The bag's causing all the problems. Hey, yay! Hey.
Not today.
You know, we're not getting anywhere here. Come on. I might just have to take over, but he's almost at an MP. That's the problem. Thank you. Let's see here. I don't think I have anything to recover MP, but maybe there's something over there. I don't know if I want to push my luck much farther, but let's see here. I have plenty to take out here. I don't think those are any better than what I have, but let's take a look. Yeah, no. That's the only one I have. Alright, let's go. Let me see what I can do here. Don't have enough for cow prod. White hot weapon, dodgy dance. Replacement of being superior. Attention deflects enemy attacks onto an enemy. Huh. The main issue is not being able to do enough damage at once. Let's give this a try now. This is going to take a while. Oh dear. Sounds big because I always tap last anyway. Now let's just do fight wisely, see what he does. Thank you. Thank you. Can we do it again? Yes, we can. Agility came back up just at the right moment. I think we have to start dropping the notion of putting single items in treasure chests. It's a little silly. I think treasure chests are a good icon for a pickup, but the idea of putting a single pouch of musk in a... I don't know. Oh wow, it's a lot larger than I remember. That's how I respond whenever someone knocks at my door, too. I like the dust motes, that's a nice touch. The Lyre of Ire. That's the attitude. That's a good way to look at things. So you giving up, old man, huh? You have a second bed, right?
Hear me. Can you hear me? You must meet with Rubis, spirit of the land. With her protection, you might stand against the darkness. Seek out a means of summoning her, of bringing her back to us. The fairies will, able to help you, as well of Tantagel. Must find them.
Have a nice nightmare? Yeah, he did ask me that. I like that. Raise up each mountain. Okay, that's a can do, sir. That's a good feature, the shortcut thing. I like that. I don't know. I have to decide what I want to do with it first. I'm so used to using menus that I don't know what I would use it for. You get the cleaning lady out here, old man. Ah, I knew there'd be something. Let me double check down here first. Okay. Part of me wishes there were footstep sound effects. I always like movement sounds in games. I love the way it sounds when the characters moving around, just walking, or their clothes are rustling, or their equipment's clanking. I like that. I imagine, though, it might get annoying in some cases, but some games do it well. Just a little soft, clank of his boots on stone or the grass. It can be therapeutic to me. Doesn't have to be loud, just there. It gives the game a little more physicality. It makes you feel less like you're just sliding a sprite around. I've forgotten how melancholy these games can be, and I think that it's kind of beautiful. A crack scroll. Oh my. Cast the crack spell. The mysteries of crack have been. Oh my. Something. I'm a pharmacologist. No. Any Dragon Quest fan will tell you that it's an ice spell. Just the scrolls are like the scrolls in Diablo, they're just one-shot spells that don't use magic power. But that makes them all the more precious. It makes you not want to use them. I love the depth of field and the lighting. Very well done. It really works on this style of game. Water's so beautiful too. God, when did water get so beautiful in video games? Remember, it was just a flat texture. I remember Zelda, Ocarina of Time. It was just a flat, slightly transparent texture. Didn't move, didn't ripple. Your character moved through it like water. It didn't feel like water. There we go. Prodded him to death. Wasn't that a move in Worms? Like if you just want to push someone into the water, it's called prod, and just poke them. I remember those days. I played Worms 2 a little bit on the internet when I was younger. Of course I did it when I was younger. Anything I did when I was younger, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, can we do this right this time? Let's get this fucker. I know it's off to a bad start, but oh no, that's a good start now. Let's get him. Just stab him a couple times and we should be good. Yeah. Problem was that that little guy was stealing all my MP. I like about those baggies is they give up tons of coins when they go down. They go down and then they pay you! Hey, hey, ho! Hey, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! Okay, who are these interesting fellows? Dragon fries, huh? Okay. Well, you can change equipment in battle. Okay. Alright, that's good. So, let's go and take out this. Yeah! Okay, equipment. Go back to the Iron Lance. Stick you like a marshmallow. There we go. Pardon me. It's not been a good year. This is a bad year, 2025. I don't like to say that. I try not to say that to my wife, especially. God, it's been tough. It's just one thing after another. People dying, people getting sick, failures in certain areas. We're trying our best, though. Oh, jeez, these guys. Alright.
Not today.
So I'm poisoned, but that's not the biggest problem right now. We can take these two guys out in one hit, I think. Yeah. Oh, okay, just give me another one to... Are they in one group? Yes, they are. Okay, good. Good, good, we're in good shape. I wish there was a meter that would show how close I am to getting, like right there. I wish I could see on this little, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see what I'm pointing at. I wish there was a meter below HP and MP, just shows XP, shows how close I am to the next level. Even the Pokemon games got that right, but let's see here. How close am I? Okay, there it goes, 493. I do have a ways to go, but I can't squelch. I cannot squelch. Okay, so what I'll need to do is use an antidotal herb. I only have 4. Okay, well I haven't encountered many enemies that can poison yet, that's why, so we'll have to buy some and get the call. Lord knows I got the cash. Oh, hang on, I gotta get a refill here. I'll keep the headphones on. It's just, anyway, as I was saying, it's been a bad year. Very beginning of the year, things were going great. I finished a cartoon for Pac Billy. He got it into a film festival in LA. My wife and I went down to that film festival, and it was in Hollywood, so it wasn't super glamorous, but I wasn't expecting the Pantages Theater or anything. It was really nice. It was actually just a really cool little thing, and a neat little... The sentiment is there, is what I'm trying to say. The guy, Mike, I think his name's Mike Flanagan, who runs the place, is a British English guy. Had an English accent, is all I know. He was wearing a tuxedo. The place is this little teeny theater that was very crammed and very kind of dirty. But I can't complain. I really can't complain, because he really did have the what was it? Oh God, what did they call that thing? That thing that they put behind you. There's a term for it. You stand in front of it and you walk on a red carpet and you take pictures of it. The thing that they put behind celebrities and they take pictures of it. That backdrop. I don't know what the hell it's called. Hold on, I think this is empty. I'll replace it. I'm making a soda stream and I need to change the CO2 cylinder. Anyway, it was my wife and I are looking at each other like, oh boy, this is not what we expected. But we weren't expecting a huge thing, but it was kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to sound, what's the word, unappreciative. I really don't. I just kind of felt like, ooh, I'm not sure if this is safe, but it was okay. It actually turned out very well. They also made a lot of problems too. First of all, they didn't have enough room for everybody because people kept bringing all their families. I don't think that they considered that people might bring whoever they wanted. So one of the filmmakers brought his family of like a dozen, and so it was very crammed. But and they didn't have enough room for everybody. People showed up late and they didn't know who else was coming, so we're all sitting there for 20 minutes. 30 minutes after the time that was supposed to begin. Then when it started playing, he played one that was not where that was not meant to be an entry to that film festival. The first video they played, it was this weird animated thing about the Olympics. And nobody there took credit for it. Nobody's like, I didn't make this. So I guess he played the wrong thing. So, and then he said, then Mike says that he was supposed to give us some kind of a calendar, not a calendar, but like a flyer or something that showed, us being there and a proof of our being there, but he didn't have anything printed up right. It didn't print up right. So he gave us this other flyer that from an earlier film festival that was called Blood and Boobs. It was meant to be horror films to raise money for breast cancer awareness. And so I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, that's okay. But the flyer he gave us was this Japanese chick with big tits sitting in a provocative position. I'm like, I'm not keeping this. I mean, it's kind of funny. It's funny that, that's how it worked out. But it just felt like, gosh, this guy had nothing prepared. This guy didn't do anything right. It almost made me embarrassed for him. And instead of, this fun little film thing, I mean, I have no problem. I'm not a prude. It just felt like, gosh, this is not go the way I thought it would go. So I kind of folded it up and put it away. And I never looked at it again. But I was like, oh, that's a nice thought. And then, but the funny thing, oh gosh, because of all these delays, the film festival went on a lot longer than it was supposed to. So my wife and I had to leave because we had to go back to the parking area. I say area because it wasn't a garage. It was more like just a small section of asphalt sectioned off by chain link fence. And, oh, jeez, what am I doing? I forgot to mix in the Pepsi. I was just going to have seltzer water here. Anyway, so we couldn't, all these things kind of made it short. We had to leave before we could do the photographs and whatnot. We're supposed to take pictures on that backdrop and everything. And we couldn't do it. But to get back to the main thing, the film festival itself was still very fun. Once they got everything set up and they were showing everybody stuff, it was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. There was an animated video, all hand-drawn, which was actually about hands. It was about depression and creativity and rejection, the feelings of failure and then recovery and getting back up and trying again for yourself. I thought it was a great message, very beautiful. It was done by this sweet Hispanic couple. And I applauded very loudly for that one. I was like, great job. It was really cool to see that. There were other films, too, that were fun. There was a nice little, really fun... Well, before I get to that one, there was okay, I'm back to the game. Before, one of the ones that I remember was a high schooler. It was a guy who was 18, but getting ready to go to USC. And it was very, very effects heavy. It was about a couple who was falling in love, one who's becoming famous, and one who was kind of, what's the word? Becoming distant from the girl he loves. It wasn't very long, but it got it across. And it just shows a guy walking through his house wistfully, and the sun's coming through the window, and there's a little crowd scene where he's waving and saying hello to people and at night. There's a scene where they look at each other very tenderly. The lighting's very good, and it's actually very pretty, but it does feel like wow, I can make this look this way, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it to the fullest. It has that youthful, young filmmaker's energy, where it's like, this is one of the first things I've ever done, and I'm going to do the best I can with it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it has an innocence. There's a naivete to it that you like, you know. And I say that like I'm some kind of expert. I'm just saying that you can tell the difference, is what I'm saying. Hold on a second here. You can tell that a teenager made it, is what I'm saying. Even though it had technical promise. It was well made. It wasn't like embarrassing. But you just could tell this is a young person excited. Like, I can do this, and I'm going to do it. And that's okay. That's a good thing. So I'm not knocking the kid. But oh no, I wasn't trying to use it. There we go. I'm trying to re-equip myself. Here we go. Change to Iron Lance. But it was well made, and the kid shows promise. And you could tell when he came up to talk about it afterwards how excited he was to be going to USC, and that he was able to do this and get it seen by an audience and see people's reactions. And I was very happy for him. What else was there? There was there was this very sweet story about a couple, a brother and sister in Los Angeles who grew up together and then kind of became distant and went apart with each other's lives because of some reason that isn't quite explained, if I remember correctly. But they do these flashbacks about the kids, how they used to hang out and be friends, and they used to do silly things and get hurt. And, they like try to fall down the stairs on a sled or something like that one. And then they cut away and they cut back and the kid's falling on his face. And it was well done. It was very cute. And that one was not quite so technically interesting. It kind of felt like a home video, just in the lighting and the angles. And but still, it was really nice. It made me feel good watching it. And it was really weird as I was watching it with my wife. We're sitting in the audience there, and I look at my wife to see her response, and the lady who's playing the sister is sitting right next to my wife. And she's looking at it too. I'm like, whoa, it's her. The woman on the screen's right next to me. That was a neat feeling. I guess that's what it feels like when actors go to the Oscars. Anyway, it's like, whoa, I'm sitting next to Jack Nicholson. Holy shit. But the one that I remember the most was before I go to that, I should mention another one. There was this one weird video made by which is part of the series, which is made by this little, I think, she looks like a Middle Eastern lady. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But she plays a man who has a really fake mustache, and it plays like a spaghetti western, and she's having a duel with some weird guy because they're trying to pursue some kind of stone. It's almost Tarantino-like, in that it has kind of it's set in LA. It's got really harsh, bright sunlight. There's something mythical about it, and it has a western feel. So it's all it makes you think of Tarantino. Anyway, it turned out it was part of a series, and when she came up and talked about it, she seemed very self-promoting, like she really wanted to promote that scene. Her project, and that's okay. But everyone else who came up, you could tell that they were very shy. They were smiling very, very happily. They're like, "Oh, this is a great opportunity. I really enjoy that you guys appreciated it. This means a lot to me." And this lady comes up and says, "Watch my series. My series is on this and this and this and that." I'm like, oh, she's into the business. It's not quite the same effect. And she's trying to make it a business, and there's something that kind of hurts about that. It takes away from it. But what can I say? All right, let me look at this game here. Call Smithy. Advertising is a sign used by traders. I'm sure he's telling us true. Huh. I don't remember there being a great blacksmith in Call before. Before I leave this area, I should go see if there's a treasure or something. Maybe the treasure here was that secret you just imparted to me. Anyway, what was the other one that I liked the most? The movie that I liked the most that was shown was called Wild Bear or something like that. It was Bear something. I can't remember. It wasn't Cocaine Bear. It was Bear something. And it starts off with this really cool overhead drone shot of a guy driving through on a highway into the forest. And this guy's just walking through the forest looking depressed, and suddenly this guy, this shirtless guy with a hairy chest and big beer belly and a cheap-looking bear mask, cuts to them just wandering through the forest, in the grass with him. Not right next to him immediately. These are just two different people on different paths. But it's just so out of the blue. Everybody just laughed. Everybody was cracking up because the mask was so fake. And it looked so silly. But, I couldn't help but feel, this had to be intentional. So I don't think he was trying to show a real bear. Anyway, the two characters encounter each other, and the human is frightened at first. He's like, what the hell are you doing here, And then the bear just sits next to him and chats with him, with the mask on, through the mask. He's like, are you alright? What's the matter? And they have a conversation, and the human tells the bear a little bit about what's going on in his life, and how he's kind of down and depressed, and they just kind of connect. I wish I could remember exactly what the conversation was about, but the point is that they were just two strangers who meet and talk, and although one of them just happens to be a bear, I liked it. It was very cute. Well, cute's probably not the best word for it, but there's something there. A rare sword he found in Cantland. Oh, Cantland's where all the good stuff is. Oh, I should open the curtain for the cat. You want to look outside? You forgot to open the curtain for you. There you go. You can go watch the neighborhood. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. So then our cartoon comes up. Hack Billy and my cartoon comes up, and I'm like, holy crap, because it starts with the big title card and all the music and the credits popping up over it, and I'm so excited. I'm like, oh, this is it. And my wife grabs my hand, and we're like, oh, this is great. And so it starts going through, and we see the animation plan, and people are laughing at the jokes. The jokes come up, and the little expressions and everything, and people are laughing right where they should be, and it's making me so happy. And then when the burrito in it does its thing at the end, people really started cracking up. They were uproarious, and they loved the way it developed from there. It was got great responses. People clapped like crazy, and so I had my moment to talk for a few minutes, and Mike asked me about my past with animation. I said, well, I don't have a lot. I went to USC for like a month, but I really do. I've always loved hand-drawn animation, and I shouted out the Hispanic couple that made the video with the hands, and I said, great job, you guys need to keep that up. And I told them I went to USC like that young man over there, and I pointed him out and I shouted him, and I say, you have a great future, keep it up. And I took a couple questions. Some people asked me, this stuff reminds me of like Adult Swim or Ren and Stimpy, and I said, well, thank you. I learned all how to animate from John Kricfalusi. Go to his website. It's called John K's Stuff, and he puts everything he learned from Cal Arts on that page, so you can learn it for free. And if anything he doesn't teach you, he points you to the books, like the books about animation by like Preston Blair and whatnot. We're all on Amazon for like $14-15. So it was really nice. I might have stayed up a little longer than I should have. I think I kind of drank in the attention for a little too long. But Mike was very polite. He didn't rush me off. And I was very like, oh, I love to talk about this stuff. I'd love to talk about it. I have nobody to talk to. Lord knows my wife won't listen to me. I didn't actually say that, but the only thing I regret is that I did not thank my wife or call attention to my wife, shout out my wife in the audience for driving me there, because she drove us. She drove us all the way to LA for that. And not only that, since this film festival was so late, we decided to stay at a hotel, and we went to Universal Studios right beforehand, and sadly that was during the Palisades fire, so there was a lot of smoke in the distance when we were driving through, but there was no smoke in the area. But that also meant that there was hardly anyone at Universal Studios, so there was no lines. We got into every ride almost immediately. It was very strange. Another weird detail is that we wanted to learn about the Palisades fire while we were in the hotel room. I'm sorry, my mind's wandering. We're watching that stuff, and when you watch local television in different parts of the country, you realize different things about the communities you're in. It's really interesting. I live in the Central Valley, so a lot of the people we see are from stations in Sacramento or up north. When you're in LA, so they all look like they're very different kinds of people. You have a variety of people. You have some people who look normal, some people who look a little weird, some people who look kind of nice, some people they're all coated in makeup, but they're all just a variety of people. In LA, they all look the same. They all look like they've had 6 rounds of plastic surgery, lip injections, and neck lifts, and all that other crap. They all look like they're trying to get into the movies. And it was very striking. We couldn't help but notice, what is with all these people? Even the field reporters who were out there talking to people about the fire, they all were dolled up and had lipstick and makeup, and their faces had that LA look. It's just like, this is weird. But it was a very nice place my wife picked. It was just all we had to do was ride a little shuttle to get to the park and back, and we rode absolutely almost everything that was available in that day before we went to the film festival. It was a wonderful day. Wonderful day. And I thank her for that. God bless her. That's why I wished I should have I didn't think of thanking her. I should have told everybody. My beautiful wife, ladies and gentlemen. She's the reason I'm here. She's also the reason she's also patient enough to sit in the living room while I was working on that cartoon for so many hours. Not that I was really a very hard worker. I was really dragging my feet on that thing, and I apologize to Pac Billy profusely for not being as serious about it as I should be. Okay, now we got some new stuff. Steel bronze. Okay, well, the first thing to do is get a new weapon. Yes, I'll take that. Eats up all my cash, but I will take it. I'll equip that right away. I don't have enough to buy anything else, really, though I probably should buy some antidotes. I need some strong medicine, too. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. This gives me some new things to strive for. Alright, hopefully this will help me with those bags of laughs a little bit. Okay. Oh, I do have stuff in here I can sell. Let me get rid of that. I kind of wish I could select them all and sell them all at once, but I'm such luck. So anyway, the film festival went great. It was a wonderful experience, and I'm very, very grateful that Pac Billy got me into that. I'll thank him forever for giving me that experience, and I thank my wife forever for for getting us there and for having that patience. And at first I go, I'm sorry if you felt uncomfortable about going into Hollywood like that. It was a little tricky getting in there because of LA traffic, and it's not a pretty neighborhood, but we did it. And she goes, well, hey, you did everything we said we would do. We walked the red carpet, we were in front of that backdrop, you got your laurels, they showed it in front of an audience, and you got to hear how everyone liked it. And that's what matters to me. And so I was like, you're absolutely right, babe. You're absolutely right. It was wonderful. And I told my friends at work, and they were very, very impressed, and I was like, I'm not saying it to impress you, but it makes me happy. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to buy it and equip it. I'm going to put on my rabbit tail, yep. Accessory 2. So that was very nice. I was very, very lucky. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay, organize, okay. Organize by type, okay. It's saying I need to report my findings to King Tantegel. I guess I can do that. But, since I'm here, let me see what I can do. Do I have the zoom spell? No, I don't. I do have Chimera Wings, right? Yeah, I've got plenty of those. Okay, good. I'm not used to being able to teleport in this game, so I'm used to just walking. Okay, so that's the outdoor... the outdoor church. And sealant. Is that why they seal your skills away? The spell's sealed away. Okay, I'll take that. Okay. Should probably sell that musk too, because I mean, really, do I really need that? Am I really going to use that? Oh no, I might need it for some reason. Oh, and wells. Yes, you can explore wells now. Verily did I swoon. Well, thou must me into it, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm all about exploitation. Nice little touch. You don't have to worry about torches in this version of the game, but your character at least carries one for the sake of believability, and it looks cool too. Look at that lighting, I love that. Well, tell me about it. Raising one's defensive position. Locked! I guess I need magic keys. I'm gonna have different kinds of keys now. If it's a Lumildar, the answers will be revealed. Thief's key. The solution presents itself. Oh, yeah, this is the cheapo place. Okay, the Walmart. Okay, well, there's nothing here that I'm gonna know on. Oh, this is any good. This is better, but not nearly as good as the other place I'm looking at. This is an improvement, but I don't quite have enough for it. Did I have one? Did I have one? I could have sworn that I had one. Oh, wait, this is better than what I have too. Alright, well, it's a step up. So I'll come back and get those. Well, I prefer to save up for the really good stuff. It might not hurt to get a... There you go. Roderick Wadwick. My life savings, you bastard! Cave, eh? A cave! There is a cave! Sorry, I won't do that again. No, they really are laying it on you in this game. They tell you exactly where she is. Yep. And because it's Japan, you gotta have titties. There's gotta be titties. It's the only thing I don't like. It's like, when it comes to Toriyama, there's gonna be titties. Again, not a prude, folks. Just feel like it's not necessary. That's private to me. And I don't like being pandered to. I don't like people dangling things in front of my face like I'm like keys to a toddler. Are these yours, buddy? Couldst this be, lady of thy night? Yeah. No thank you. Now, the fairy flute. It made it even more obvious than ever. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh. I know you can use it in battle. You have to use it against the golem. But Lake and... No. Oh, okay. No, it's in Triangler's castle. Okay, that's not so bad. What I should do is go and save my game. Oh. Aww. Oh, sweet kitty. I love the verticality they added to the map. Look at that. It doesn't... You never recognize it. It's beautiful. Sounds like me. I'm only streaming today because I have plenty of time. There's always been something this week that's been interrupting me, and I've been thinking about it, and I just didn't know what to do. You know? So what game can I play long enough that I won't get bored, and yet still be able to go over the stuff I want to talk about? It's only 1 o'clock. My wife won't be home for another 3 hours, so I think I'm okay. I'm using my gaming channel, so I'm not sure if any of my friends know about it. That's okay. Alright. Need to get to Rimildar. Very cool, very cool. So, it's telling me, though, I do need to report to King Tanadil. You know, I'm going to try it. Let me see here. Let me do it. On the side, which one do I want to do? Yeah. For left, do items, Chimera Wing. Maybe, for up, we will do a antidotal herb. So hold R1, press left, and go to Tanagel. Okay, I can get used to that. In this game, Tanagel Town and Tanagel Castle are connected, all on the same map. You don't go between one or the other. There's no Brecconary. Pardon me. So, anyway, what happened after... The reason why this year started going bad happened after the film festival. The film festival was a terrific thing. What happened after that is that a project that I've been working on, it opened my eyes to something very ugly, and it was depressing, it was saddening, and it was frustrating, and it was humbling all at once. I don't know. Let me see this. Pardon me. Hey, Kingy. I bring bad news. Or good news. One or the other. See, in the original game, they told you all this at the beginning. They didn't know that the Ball of Light had been stolen. They just knew that they were being attacked. So maybe they knew all this the whole time? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we fucked up. Oh. Got some splaining to do, Kingy.
Gwaelin, Princess of Tantagel. It is to you, and only you, that I might speak. I am Rubis, mother to the land of Alefgard. And I hereby entrust to you a message. A foretelling of how this world might be saved. Listen well. A great darkness threatens Alefgard. Take the sphere of light in hand and seek out a place of safety. In time, one will come to you, a youth who bears the blood of Erdrick, hero among heroes. Impart to him this message that I entrust to you. Guide him on his quest. Bid him go.
Oh, I love how it restates the theme in strings. It's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Wow. So this is how she got kidnapped. It wasn't, they didn't just come to the castle and take her away.
Princess, we have come far and fast. Perhaps it would be better if we rested.
We need not do so for my sake. Come, let us continue onward.
What is this power I sense? Thou bearest the sphere of light, dost thou not? Princess Gwaelin of Tantagel?
Fiends! Protect the princess!
Great voice acting. Great voices. Damn! Holy shit!
What is the meaning of this? Who art thou, rogue?
I am the Dragon Lord, Master of Masters, King of Kings.
King of Kings? Thou art naught but a monster!
Know this, fair princess. The monster thou seest before thee is the true ruler of this world. All others are naught but pretenders.
Good voice, I like
The
that.
thou carriest is mine by right, and thou wilt return it to me.
I like that. The music is perfect.
'Tis the birthright birthright of he who beareth the blood of heroes, and I shall relinquish it to no other.
Ooh.
So Rubus watcheth over thee. Then let us see whose power is the greater.
This music in this scenario just reminds me so much of the cartoon. Ah, shit.
Victory is mine. Perhaps thou might consider joining me. 'Twill be a sight worth seeing, I assure thee.
Never! A hero shall soon come, just as Lady Rubus foretold. The darkness thou servest shall not be suffered to thrive. He who is blessed with the power of the light shall see to that!
A hero! Let him come! Let them all come! All shall suffer the same fate at my hand! Majesty, might I suggest we take the princess, willingly or no? There is still much we might learn from her.
Ooh, a henchman. This is interesting. I'm curious who this henchman is. You gonna fight him?
Those of your accursed ilk are ever presumptuous. Very well. Do as thou wilt. I have what I came for. Come, we return to the castle.
This is what Toriyama is so great. His characters are so cute and so it's all the more shocking when they do awful things. It makes his work so much more powerful. That's the beauty of animation.
Back, fiend! Away with thee!
Princess!
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the acting and the voices they chose. Great job. The actors deserve credit. I need to talk to that blue-haired lady. That's why she's so pissed. She feels like a failure. So, 10 levels in, we finally get the story that we originally got in the NES game right at the very beginning. Strange, but I kind of understand what they're going for. At least it keeps the story drip-fed to you along the way instead of leaving you hanging. It gives you moments when you can see story bits. It rightly caused me to facepalm. Oi. Aww. I'm impressed with the writing. They did a good job. Ooh, pardon me. Well, duh. I thought that was the whole point. I expect lands and titles, of course, you understand. Hunting grounds and servants and a harem. 3 keys? Oh, the whole flow of the game is different now. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I gotta go to Garen's grave and... Your story objective has been updated. Find and obtain the thief's key. Alright. Yep. That's the way of the Dragon Quest. I love it. There's gossip. I like to see a game that's set in like a thriving court, not one that's suffering and kind of wilted, but with a bunch of gossipy people and dancers and artists and knights and everything. People all just kind of lords of lands and just all talking about all the bullshit that's going on in the world. And all trying to get something for themselves. That would be interesting. But usually we're in games where the world is shattered and all the lords are scattered and nobody's really... There's no real... what's the word? Interpersonal conflict. I see that in TV shows all the time and it gets boring. I asked my wife recently, how many hours of film have been devoted to watching English women walk through gardens together? And how many different gardens are there for walking through? You know, it's just two women walking side by side in elaborate dresses and long gloves. So, what a strange day today, isn't it? Yes, and what about your lover? Oh, what about my lover? I don't know. He was sent off to Canterbury last week. Oh, yes, but the evil king. And what of your cousin, who might be married to his brother, who may be sent off to other countries so that I may be king in 20 years? You know, it's like, oh, God. Now that doesn't interest me. All that bullshit where there's... But seeing a king's court and all the people who are in it, you don't see much of that, where they're actually just talking to other stuff. They're always at dances and balls and events. Just what do they do during the day? What do they do when they're just hanging out? I think the closest we ever came to that was Braveheart. Or at least, as far as I know. In Braveheart, I just remember I liked seeing the princess and the prince of England talking about things. Not yet, my Britta. Okay, no problem. I think I might be okay to handle Garenholm. Why am I going in here? I don't know. I just saw a door and I went in. As we will find out. Or as you've already seen in Dragon Quest III. Hey, a sage can be a hero. In Dragon Quest III, I had a party with 3 sages in it. They kick ass, little kid. Good dog. Oh, I never looked in here? I'll take it. Charlock? Oh, you see it from that angle. Very nice. I also wish this game was 3D over the shoulder. It's that near, too. It's that large. Room's that large in the horizon. I like that, though. I like it when games show you where you have to go, where you're eventually going to have to go. That is your destination. Half-Life 2 did a great job with that. You see the Citadel constantly looming in the distance. Super Mario Odyssey did it, too, strangely enough. Without you knowing it. It foreshadowed what was going to happen by every level in Super Mario Odyssey. If you look up in the right place, you see the moon, which is the final level of the game. Very cool idea. I like that. I like that. He's brooding over the grave. Well, I'll be okay. I'm the protagonist. Even if I die, I can come back. Now I could warp... What is it? Oh, yeah, I could warp there, but why not just walk to Garenholm? I've got time. Besides, I still have more to talk about. So, what was this awful, humbling, disgusting, terrible thing that happened to me? Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad thing? I just, I've been working on a... I should probably go back even further. Since 2022 or 2023, when I discovered 11 Labs, I've been making these things called story mode videos, which were dramatized versions of old video games. When I found it, I thought, you know, wouldn't it be cool to put like some kind of the very idea was first, I wanted to do a video of me playing Advanced Dungeons & Dragons on the Intellivision. with ambient sound effects and maybe monster sound effects and all kinds of weird things to make it into kind of an adventure. I wanted people to hear the story. Item tactics. I didn't know that was a difference there. Okay. But anyway, so I go, I always thought about doing that. And I was like, what can I do with that? That'd be cool. Then when 11 Labs came out, and they let you do text-to-speech to, use voice profiles, I go, wouldn't it be cool if I got like a really cool dramatic reading by a great Shakespearean actor or something like that to do it? And so that's what I did. I did it just for fun. I made the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons video with Sean Bean as a narrator, the main character, and put all kinds of music that I found on YouTube over it to make it dramatic and ambient sound effects. But I left a lot of the video game sounds in too because they're so iconic, and I had a lot of fun with it. And people liked it, and they still like it. I'm so happy about that. That makes me so happy. I still get comments on that video, even after I deleted my channel and split it up into 3. People still come to it and they find it and they tell me they'll enjoy it. So I'm like, holy shit, thank you so much. It makes me very happy. But I couldn't stop there. There were other games too that I really had a lot of fun with. Space Battle, Atlantis, Treasure of Tarman, and I wanted to do all of them. So I went through it and I did that. Microsurgeon was another one that was fun. But Microsurgeon, the gameplay is so repetitive and continuous that I had to come up with some kind of backstory for it. So I came up with the idea of these 2 mad scientists who are actually doing this, doing the actual microsurgery, and they're crazy and they're bouncing off each other with their weird personalities. And the patient himself is listening to this, going, "Oh my God, what's going on here?" It turns out they're grifters who are not authorized to be doing this, and they're taking advantage of the chaos that's going on with some kind of outbreak to operate in the hospital. It was a lot of fun. I loved that. That was fun. And although at the time, 11 Labs did not have a voice changer. They had only text-to-speech software. So you could create a voice profile. In my case, I had John Aylward, James Hong, and Martin Short. But if you do the pronunciation correctly, you add in ellipses or quote marks or question marks in just the right places, sometimes you'll get just the right intonation. It didn't always work, but it worked well enough. And there's a line where where the 2 characters are arguing about their contribution to the creation of the probe that's doing the surgery. And one of the doctors says, "Meanwhile, I was doing all the design work." And then the other one goes, "All the design work?" And just outrage and disbelief. And because I used quote marks and an interrobang at the end of that line, he said it just right. I was like, holy shit, it worked perfectly. It was beautiful. So it was really fun. I was really proud of that. But I stopped. I think the last one I did was Treasure of Tarman. It was an 8-part story because it's such a long game. If you want to do the hardest story, and you have to do a lot. And I had to kind of cut out a lot of gameplay because the gameplay gets repetitive. After I finished, but I'm really proud of that one too. There are some parts that are not great, but I used a lot of music from my favorite movie, Creepshow. And I felt like I could make it kind of spooky and kind of weird and have kind of an weird 80s feel, so it was fun. The last episode I'm particularly proud of because just because of the way that there's a weird interaction between the hero and the final boss. And I liked how the battle was narrated step by step, where most of them are just kind of breezed. Previously, they were just breezed through. But again, it was 11 Labs. I tried to do a couple more after that. I started doing one. I wanted to do one with the Tron games because in television. Hold on a second here. Okay, just making sure I wasn't muted while I'm telling you all this. The Intellivision had 3 Tron games that it licensed from Disney. There was Tron Deadly Discs, there was Tron Solar Sailor, and Tron Mazatron. And I thought about making a video that made all 3 games kind of tie together into a single story. And I would use voices from the movie and stuff like that, and music from the movie and stuff like that. And although I don't have a license to do any of that stuff, who the fuck cares? I don't have any subscribers. I'm nobody. Nobody gives a shit. I'm not making money off of it. So I just was doing that for fun. But it turned out I'm not very good at those games, and although I understand how the games are played, I looked at the instructions and made sure that I understood the rules and tried to. I was terrible at them. I was getting my ass kicked. So I was like, I can't make a coherent story out of this. So I tried another game, Tower of Doom, which is like the third big RPG game on. But that game is also very difficult to make a video out of too, because the action in it is continuous. It's so continuous that monsters are constantly coming at you, so there's no points for story beats. You can't really slow down in any way. There's too much to talk about. It just didn't work. But I had a lot of fun with it because as I was starting, I used the voice of Bruce Campbell as the hero. He's like this snarky, smarmy, the Bruce Campbell-esque person who is locked at the top of the tower, and he needs to escape and find his way down, and he encounters the wizard, who I decided to make sound like Nick Nolte, as portrayed by Michael J. Nelson. And I came up with these conversations between them where it was like, hey, Bruce Campbell's character is like, hey, what are you doing in here? And Michael J. Nelson's like, what are you doing in here, buddy? Who's stomping around in here? I'm working off a 30-day bender here, and everything I hear is terrible. Every stomp is giving me a headache. Why don't you stop it already? So I made it almost like they were kindred spirits. They're both thieves. They're both liars. And at the end, Bruce Campbell says, hey, you let me out of here, and I'll give you a good word around town. And he's like, yeah, the last thing I'll see of you, buddy, is a pair of white butt cheeks mooning for the horizon, And it was fun, but I was having more fun writing the dialogue and writing the interactions between the characters than actually doing the gameplay and trying to tie it to the gameplay. I had so much fun with it that I said, you know what? The game's not working. I'm enjoying putting this together and hearing how the two voices interact. I want to do something different. And that's when 11 Labs came out with the voice changer. Now, the reason why the voice changer was important to me is that it lets you perform the lines exactly as you want them to sound. You can add your own rhythm, inflections, intonations, and tones to your lines, and then you upload them, run them through the voice changer, and it will sound the way you want it to sound most of the time. Oh, hold on. It's a mysterious peddler. Swindler. It is Facade. It's Facade from Melter 3. On a separate note, look at the detail on that statue. Holy shit. Anyway. Be red in color. Would be hero. I'm encountering these folks in a party. I encountered this party in a cave earlier, but they're not doing so well. They're struggling. Yeah. There's two kinds of charm in the world. One is to let everybody know how great you are, and the other is to tell everyone else how great they are. If you compliment people enough, they will believe everything you say. Yeah. I understand what you're feeling, Woeful Warrior. That's the way of the world, sadly. Sometimes they make the world burn so that they can make even more money. Avaricious rogue! Swindler! Cheat! Yeah. Oh yeah, you can always count on moneylenders. This is a new plot thread. My character's too dignified to address him. Alright. Wait, what else is there? What time is it? Almost 2 already? Jesus. Man. I guess I'd better get on with it. Yes, I'm a rube, man. It's okay. Hey, you didn't pay it. It's okay. Yeah. Truly the work of villains. Mediocre mage. 4 out of 5 stars. She's the Medicare mage. Yeah. Pardon me, excuse me. The mind positively boggleth. Wow. Well, I'm impressed you're able to get the sounds of a piano out of that lute. I don't think he has anything better than what I've got. No. I might have enough to buy something at Call. I think I've been in this house before. Let me see here. Yeah, I think I have. I think there's actually a bathroom. No chamber pots, though. Oh, wait. Maybe the pots I've been looking into to get treasures are all chamber pots? Please tell me that ain't true. Oh, I should heal up. I got my magic back. So, back to my story that I know everyone wants to know. I started working on, after I finished story mode, I couldn't think of anything else to do, so I started doing, let me go back a little further. When I was a teenager, I had a lot of stories in my head. I'd had a lot of stories in my head since I was a kid. I tried different ways of telling those stories, either as novels, as short stories, as scripts, as comic books, but none of them really felt right because I didn't understand how to structure them. I didn't know how to make them work, how to make them satisfying. I didn't know how to plan them out. And I don't think I'm that great an artist. People told me I was good at drawing, but it wasn't that good. So it never looked right. Chamber pots. So, when I was 15, I said, I really want to try to put these stories together into some kind of anthology. I wanted to make these different comic books. And I was going to call the series just, I don't know, on a whim. I really don't know where it came from. I wanted to call it Fried Rice. So I started drawing these covers for what I would call Fried Rice. A series of comic books which would just be a bunch of these weird stories out of my head. And one of them was about these puppet shows that my brother and I used to do when we were kids. Another one was about these space travelers who would explore from planet to planet and be pursued by a gang of smugglers or pirates. That was based on what games I used to play with Lego Men, Space Lego Men when I was a kid. And still others, one was about a little boy who has a propeller beam that takes him to the sky, and he discovers that it's not all that great up there after all. It's kind of scary to fly up there. We're not supposed to be up there. Things like that. They were all just stories I had as a kid. Things that I had in my head and never turned them into anything. So I really wanted to do something with it. Now that... Oh, I'm supposed to go talk to that guy at the inn, right? So, anyway, now when I had that voice changer, suddenly it all changed. Everything, I realized with ambient sounds, with a good voice, with the right sound, I could make those stories come to life in a way that I never really thought I could. It finally felt like, with those tools, 11 Labs Voice Changer, I could make something special. And I had also come across this thing called Suno. As some of my friends here, online can attest, I was using it to turn some poetry that I used to write, because I always liked poetry. I always liked writing poems. I could turn them into songs, because I don't know how to compose music. I love music, and I understand the musicality is important in every creative work, but I never knew how to compose it, and I don't understand the mindset that makes it possible to create them. Princess was taken east. Yep, there's that awful hint. So I decided to create Fried Rice as an audio drama. I said, you know what, I'm gonna use my fear. I'm gonna go crazy with this. I'm gonna make my dreams come true. I'm going to find my favorite voices of my favorite actors, and I'm gonna tell these stories the way I always wanted to. And there was still some research and some structuring and some ideas, because they were all just ideas at that point. They weren't really developed. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bring these things to life. Fuck it. I'm gonna do everything I can to make this thing feel real. I went to 11 Labs and used the voice changer, and I started finding voices that I thought were good for the stories. Well, more than that, I started doing development on those stories. I developed the first story. I said, you know, I'm going to go with the first story that I wrote as a kid, or started to develop as a kid. I wrote a lot of stories growing up in school, mostly for school assignments. Stuff about kids who were doing drugs, stuff about kids who were admiring each other a little too much, stuff about kids with obsessions, things like that. And but I had ideas for stories on my own that never really built into anything. I had a friend in elementary school named Peter who was, we used to draw a lot of stuff together. We liked Legos, we liked drawing, we liked video games. And we wanted to do a comic book about the two of us being kids and having adventures in school, doing crazy, weird, fantastic adventures. One of the first thoughts I had was one of us finding a propeller beanie that actually worked. That would send us up in the sky, and then finding out what would happen. But that never turned into anything. I don't know why. I'm never get rid of them. So I was like, well, what would it? So I go, okay. It always bugged me that I never turned it into anything. It always bugged me that I drew the pictures of it and never made it into a story. So I said, all right, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this for real this time. I'm not screwing around anymore. So I said, okay, how would this happen? You know, how would a kid, should he just find it or should he make it? And I said, well, what if the kid makes it? What if he's a genius? You know, and having gone to a gifted school, quote unquote gifted school, I'm not that smart. I somehow got in there by sheer luck. I have no idea why. Sort of like Bart Simpson in Bart the Genius. Somehow got in there, and only to realize how dumb I really was. I thought, what if this kid was a genius and he builds a propeller beanie that actually works and sends it in the sky, and he's this little brat who thinks he's smarter than everyone else in the world, but he gets up there to find that he's not ready for what's up there, and even worse, he encounters other people who are even more brilliant than he is. So I had to do some research, and I had to think for a while about, do some research to understand, how he would talk, what he would think, and things, just for the sake of believability. And then, what would he encounter up there? How would it function? Things like that. And I incorporated it into the story. And I thought, okay, we have an idea now. Now, who would be the just up here, who would be a good voice for this kid? Who's a child genius? And I immediately thought of Linus. Linus had help from the Peanuts special. And I go, well, my favorite Peanuts movie was Snoopy Come Home. And I go, so I thought, who's the voice of Linus in Snoopy Come Home? And it was a man named Stephen Shea. He had a very distinctive, thoughtful, almost nasal kind of voice, and he sounds different from how his voice ended up in my story. But I go, I want to use Linus's voice. So I go, let's do it. And so I created a profile of Stephen Shea's voice from Snoopy Come Home. And I wrote my script. And I go, oh, wait a minute. And so I wrote my script, and I go, well, who should play all these other characters? And I don't know. I don't want to go too much in detail about all that, but suffice to say, a lot of the characters' voices I found were just great actors that I've always loved from science fiction, Twilight Zone, horror films. And I loved it. I was very happy with it. And it became a story I decided to call Propellerhead. And, there's another one. So that was the very first episode of Fried Rice. I made it, and it was called Propellerhead, and it ended up being almost an hour and a half long, like a movie. I didn't expect it to be that long, but it turned out okay, I think. I'm proud of it. And I was kind of inspired by... I decided to make this into a series, the Fried Rice series, into sort of I was inspired by Jim Henson's The Storyteller, where John Hurt plays a made-up in terms of, and meaning chemical makeup, like almost goblin elf-like character who sits in front of a fireplace with his dog and tells stories about based on folk tales. And the stories were all very beautifully made by Jim Henson's crew in his creature shop. The creatures are all made by him and directed in a very interesting way with beautiful stylistic things. The best episode of Jim Henson's The Storyteller is one of the earliest ones. It's called The Soldier in Death, and it's on YouTube. I highly recommend it that you see it if you haven't seen it. The Storyteller came out in, I think, the early 90s, like 1990, 1991, when Jim Henson was trying to branch out and trying to bring the Muppets and his creativity into new directions. He was trying to explore new technologies. If you watch the Jim Henson Hour, you'll see that he was introducing all sorts of weird new characters that kind of opened our eyes to a new image he was trying to create. The Muppets are starting to look, the puppets he was creating were a little bit more realistic, almost disturbingly so, but it was cool. It was really cool, and I loved it because I felt like they were evolving. They were going beyond the characters I grew up with. But Kermit was still there, Gonzo was still there, Fozzie was still there, but there were others who were starting to appear now, joining the ensemble, which I thought, the world is changing. His imagination is expanding. We're seeing new things now. It's great. And The Soldier in Death kind of was like that. It had the same kind of almost dark edge of Labyrinth or the Dark Crystal, where there were like these devils and they talked about hell and heaven and stuff that you wouldn't think to hear in a kid's show. So it was neat. I really loved it. Anyway, that point is that it inspired me in the way that the story was presented. And so in Fried Rice, I came up with this host who was voiced, as I decided, Malcolm McDowell, because I love his voice, and I think he's a terrific actor. And I love the way he voiced President Eden in Fallout 3. And I love his character in Tank Girl. Yes, he's good in Clockwork Orange. Yes, he's good in Caligula, but I like his older persona, to be honest. I like his voice. He has and I love his guest, I don't know what to call it. When he guest starred on South Park, when he told Pip's story, they did a live action introduction of Malcolm McDowell telling Pip's story, which is Great Expectations. It's a parody of Great Expectations. On South Park, and he goes, "Hello, I'm a British person." I loved it. It made me so happy. And so he's great. He has a great sense of humor. I just knew he had a sense of humor, and he has that raspy, friendly, grandfatherly sound in his voice that I just go, I want to use him for my host. Now, who the hell am I to say use him for my host? But this is my dream, okay? This is me bringing my dream to life for fun, for myself. This is a story I had in my head for a long time, and this is how I would want to imagine it if it was possible. So I made Propellerhead, and nobody listened to it. And so I said, well, what's next? I said, well, I want to do a story based on the puppet shows. And I made the puppet shows that my brother and I did. My brother, like me, was also inspired very much by Jim Henson growing up. But when we were kids, we used to put on puppet shows for ourselves and for the kids in the neighborhood, and we would record them on an old talk and play, which was a device used where you put a very strange device. It was a very big tape player with 4 big colored buttons, and above it a tray for putting books. So you put a book on top of the tray and flip open the book, and different pictures at the bottom of the book's pages would line up with the colored buttons. And as you listen to the tape that was playing in the tape player, it would ask you questions. And the story that you'd hear on the tape would say, which path should we take, or which item are we describing here? And you look at the pictures in the book, and you see pictures or that might line up with what's happening in the story, and you have to push the colored button beneath it that corresponds to what the story is telling you. And if you got it right, the story would tell you, and if you got it wrong, the story would tell you that. You would always get the same result because obviously it's a linear, medium. But it was surprisingly it was surprising to me. I didn't know that tapes could be interactive in that way. That they had multiple channels that could be adjusted based on different buttons like that. It was very neat. I enjoyed it. And a lot of them are tied in with Sesame Street. So, anyway, we did a lot. We used that once we found out that we could actually record stuff on that thing as well as listen to stuff. My brother and I started going crazy with it. We put tape over a lot of these tapes that we bought. We put like Scotch tape over the protective. I don't know what they're called. The gaps that are on top of the cassette tapes that keep prevent you from recording. And so we were like, let's just record over this. We're done listening to this. So we did that. And my brother started doing his own puppet shows. I had a bunch of stuffed animals that were like from Fraggle Rock and Muppet Show, and he gave them all these weird personalities. For some reason, he came up with the idea that Kermit the Frog would be, of course, the host, but he was also very neurotic and weird and had all these obsessions. And he came up with the weird idea that Gobo from Fraggle... Oh, hold on a second. Too much to drink? No honor among thieves, huh? Forgive me. That's Robin Hood. He was in Dragon Quest III, the Dragon Quest III remake. In Dragon Quest III, he was originally called Kandar, so they brought him back into this version. That's clever. He's kind of a comic relief villain. To the depths of his jaws, to pop out so much as a bite of leave. Yeah. That's attachment of... In the jail. No detachments. That or nothing. Alright, buddy. I'll rob you blind then. Jeez, fuck off. Alright. I'll go find him myself. Robin Hood did make an unexpected appearance. I suppose you'd heard rumours of he was banded near the wells, or... Now, where do they want me to go next? Yep, that's where the key, or... That's not the key, that's something else in there. It's a Warrior's Ring. They're making me... I think the Warrior's Ring was optional, so now they're making me go there so that I don't waste the content. I'm alright with that, though, if it makes the game more interesting. Okay, I love the animation in this game. It's so good. I have Dragon Quest III on the Game Boy. I think it's color only, Game Boy Color only, but the all the monsters are animated in that, and it's cool, but it also gets very tiresome. There are no tactics in the game, and you can't adjust the speed. So they wisely understood that sometimes, people don't want to sit through all that, so... In these new games, they allowed you to increase the speed of the animation and the text. I don't mind the text typing out. It's something I'm used to. As long as it's not too slow. There's some games where the text typing out on screen is so slow you have to just hold the A button. I hate that. Craggy Cave. Okay. Change back to the sword. Ooh, nice. Better fly. Oh, jeez. Alright, where are you, buddy? There's something down here. More ruins. Hopefully not more kitty cats. I don't want any more kitty cats suffering. Oh, him! Yeah! Cash is always appreciated. Hello again. Oh. Oh, that's terrible. That's a good question. A very good question. One I will address later. It's very sad. But I like that they did it. It adds a little more drama to the situation. Oh, what? Hello, Grandma. Oh. Oh, it's terrible. Oh. Oh. Oh, children too. Wow. I gotta get out of here before I start crying. Alright. Oh, that's really good though. I like that they added those details. It's like, man, this guy's not fucking around. He's affecting people. I mean, you see enough death and killing, you forget that real lives are affected. I think it's good that stories remind you of that stuff. Ledger Demand. Okay. Okay, anyway, what was I talking about here? I was talking about the stuff I was making. So, the stuff I was making. I probably shouldn't go on and on about KYAA. KYAA was the radio station that my brother and I invented with all our weird puppets, and they had all these weird, goofy shows, and it meant a lot to me as a kid, because I still have those old cassette tapes, and I really appreciated it. I thought it was very funny. My brother was, and is, a very funny person. I always admired that he was able to make that stuff up on the fly.
Nah, boss. 'Tis too dangerous, boss.
Oh, what's this?
Unhand me! If thou thinkest I'm letting one of the boys just die, thou hast another thing coming.
And if thou thinkest we're letting you die, thou hast another thing coming yourself.
Hey? Who art thou?
Hello
State
there.
thy business. Hast thou come here looking to pinch our treasure?
Yeah. Yep, that's what I've done.
Thou shameless rogue! Come here and let me pummel thee!
Oh boy, I hope I'm ready. There he is, old Robin Hood. So, let's think about what we've got here. Vulnerable. Okay, he's vulnerable to that. We've also got these two other guys. I could do this to Dodgy Dance. Let's do this. Oh, they use spells, so that doesn't help. Hey! Okay. Sizz, Zap, Fizzle, Heal, Snooze. I wonder if Snooze would work on that.
Snooze!
Ah! That's no good. Alright, let's get some... We gotta do something. I don't want to, Beast Family. Slash... I want to use that on him, so let's just see. Those guys are gonna hurt me too if I don't deal with them. Well, let's see here. I should probably heal up. Let's, 30? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Alright, let's use it again. Flame Slash.
I pulled my finger out!
What? Oh, they heal him? Oh, this guy's gotta go. Okay, I like that dodgy dance though. That worked really well. So I should use it again.
Thou shalt not escape!
Come on. Ooh, oh shit, this ain't good. Okay, well, we've got a strong medicine. Let's do it. Yeah. Don't worry, we can still get him. We can still get him. There we go. Good, 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 good. Alright, abilities, Flame Slash, hit him. Yeah! Let's see here. Do I want to use more spells? Let's try it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to fight them. Well, they're defending anyway. I wonder if I should use the Thorn Whip. I mean, they're pretty strong, and they're hurting me, so... Hoy me. Well, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try the Thorn Whip just to see what happens. Yeah. Well, that worked out well. He was defending, but now that we only have one guy to deal with, let's switch back to our broadsword. Our broadsword. My broadsword. Okay, we're handling this now. Yeah! I love the big dramatic final blow effect. That's very cool. Oh, big dramatic final blow effect. Oh, that takes me back. Nope. Oh! Ah!
Thou hast clobbered me fair and square, but thou wilt spare me, wilt thou not? I swear upon my soul to mend my wicked ways. Say thou wilt, please.
Now, I know this guy's an asshole, but I'm supposed to be the good guy. He's in Dragon Quest 3. He caused problems all the way up to this point. Now, I don't know what this game has in store. If I say no, will I really kill him? If I say yes, will he come back and help me? So I'll say yes. Oh, I got a trophy.
Cheers, ears! Verily thou art a saint.
Yes, I am.
Robin Hood, by the way. What do they call thee, pal?
Some call me Daniel.
'Tis a fine old name, that. Yeah, I like it.
The fork-tongued rogue doth claim that through his veins courseth the blood of heroes, boss.
Is that so? And thou needst the thief's key for doing some heroic bits and bobs, I suppose.
Surely thou dost not believe this twaddle, boss.
Well, the thing is, see, this Erdrick, the hero who did save the world all them years back, worked for one of me ancestors, as it happens. Bloke taught them everything they knew, in fact. Verily. And if our friend here truly is descended from me great-great-granddad's most giftedest of pupils,
Yeah.
that explaineth how come he just duffed me up so good.
He's not lying in that regard.
Behold, the thief's key, heirloom of my storied line. Since thy family and mine go way back, I ain't too bothered about handing it over to thee, on one condition. Thou must first navigate this here cave and bring back our comrade, who hath gone and got himself proper lost.
Forsooth, boss, thou art a genius. This fellow here will be able to bring him back, no probs.
Well, what sayest thou, cuz? You up for it?
What choice do I have?
Nice one. Verily, thou art probably descended from heroes.
I'm sure he's perfectly trustworthy.
Oh, and just so thou knowest, there's supposed to be fairies in there what useth magic to confound all who enter, or something. Anyway, be lucky, eh?
Huh, that's an interesting well wish. Be lucky. I like that. Sometimes I'll say be well. I never said be lucky. However, I'm in a state, and I don't know if I want to continue with my magic power this low. Okay, I need to take a quick break. I shall return. Let me make sure this is muted. Oops. Okay, unmuted. Unmuted. Okay, I shall return. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. So, wrote some stories, wrote the little, wrote the story about, the KYAA puppets, and, it was very silly and very ridiculous, but, oh, I said I would leave, because I gotta, okay, well, let's, take this guy out first. There we go. And then I said, you know what, I'm going to do the Lego Man story next. I said, the Lego Man thing, it was a very weird thing that was inspired very much by Transformers and He-Man and G.I. Joe. I used to love Lego Men. I say Lego Men because I never really had the patience for Lego sets. I like the little Lego characters back in the 80s. They had only 3 sets. They didn't have all this Halo and Mario and Animal Crossing bullshit. They only had 3. You had Space, you had Town, and you had Castle. Now, Town was boring to me because it's like, well, I don't want to play with things that look like real life. So I play with the Space and Castle a lot. But I'm wondering now if I should probably trust the tactics on this. Anyway, nice. So the Space things I came up with this weird story where it was just I had 4 little spacemen, and, oh, hello, somebody's watching, hello to whoever's watching, but I had 4 little spacemen, and they were the heroes. They were like explorers or characters who were going from planet to planet. And in my world, in my imagination, the planets were parts of my furniture. We had, the bed was one planet, the nightstand was another planet, the 10-ton toupee. Is that better than what I'm wearing? Let me see here. And, you know, like, whatever, depending on the size of the furniture, it would make a difference on what the actual location was. It would be like you know, if you had like a tiny little table, it would be like an asteroid. So, I can't, oh dear, this isn't good. Okay, good. Take him out. Yeah, nice. Anyway, I came up with this idea that these 4 explorers were trying to find places to set up colonies and whatnot on these different planets, and I had an idea that these 4 bad guys, like pirates or whatever they were pursuing them and constantly nose for treasure. Is that why I'm able to see these things? I didn't do the nose for treasure. Anyway, let's use it. Let's see what happens. Oh, nice effect. Nice, very nice effect. I like that. I learned it? Oh, I learned it. I thought it was just, holy shit. Okay, well, let me give me these damn things. And I thought they were just one-shots. I was totally wrong. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I gotta look at these. Let's use them. I was completely misled. I know the secrets of crack. Sandstorm. What? Oh, yeah, there we go. Safe passage. Definitely need this. Very cool effect, I like that. See, I thought, here I was thinking that you learned those from gaining levels. I didn't think that the scrolls actually taught you them. That's great. I thought they were just like one-shot spells. Okay. I have a lot to explore here, but I'm running. No, I'm okay. I gained a level, so I got my magic back. Okay. A fight geist. Okay, back to my story. The Lego Men. We had good guys and bad guys. The bad guys, one was a crime boss who couldn't walk. That was his thing. He was kind of like a Professor X kind of guy, and he had a smarmy, slimy second in command, kind of like Starscream from the G1 Transformers, who wanted to kiss up to him so he could take over at some point, and he had the ability to teleport from one place to another. And it was how he was usually the one who spied on the good guys to see what they were doing. They had an evil robot who loved big guns, who was always had the biggest guns. I would find the weird little Lego pieces. Whoa, holy fuck, what did I just do there? Excuse me, it looks like a dragon slash. I'm just shoryukening these guys out of here. I mean, that's nice that he's taking them out so quick, but I don't know if I want to use my magic like that. Dragon slash. Brutal blow that causes heavy damage to dragons, but he's using it on them. Huh. Okay, well, anyway, so I decided to make a story out of it. I didn't make a story out of it at the first, but I shared my Lego men with my friend Peter in elementary school, and I was like, I just remember that the heroes didn't have much personality. They just would go from planet to planet finding things, and the bad guys would spy on them and steal it from them or something like that. My friend, he came up with this weird idea where he wanted to make the heroes out of us. Right? It is to say, me, or himself, a couple of friends of ours, and I. So he said, let's make us the heroes. And I was like, oh, interesting. And he started drawing pictures of them. He drew pictures of the characters made to look like us, and the villains, made to look like the characters that I had in mind. And he drew this picture that I never forgot. He drew a picture of, on a sheet of paper that was like, he had it organized horizontally, showing a bunch of different, adventures or images from scenes of the story. It was just almost like a movie poster. It was just, the characters flying planes, building things, shooting at bad guys in scenarios of danger and all kinds of other weird things. And I just go, this is beautiful. And at the very bottom of the screen, at the very, very bottom of the image, the drawing, he showed us as people, as ourselves, walking to the movie premiere of this story. Very, very strange. But it was beautiful. I loved it. And it stuck with me. I tried drawing my own version of it, too, to see what he hit, to kind of get in touch with what he had in mind. I was only 10 at the time, but it really touched me. There's a story here. There's a story here with these characters. And not just little games that we play with toys. There's a story here. So I wanted to make something of that. It always stuck with me, and I never forgot it. And when I was in my 20s, when I was 15, I thought this would be a good story for Fried Rice, my comic book. But, never did it. In my 20s, though, when I was in college, junior college rather, community college, I thought about it, and I go, just for the fun of it, I'm going to draw a comic page of that story. And I drew a comic page that kind of showed character that was based on me as an air traffic controller in a futuristic society, and he's surrounded by monitors and controls and computers, and he sees something strange, and then one of the planes that he's directing explodes, and the character that was meant to be Peter is called in from the military to investigate it, and it's very vague. It's not like it's that complicated. Oh, boomerang. Okay. Nice. I might need to get out of here, though. Do I have an evac spell yet? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Okay. Let me see this first. Can I go back to Roadside Inn? Yes, I can. Let's do it. Let's get our magic points back, and then we'll come back and try again. Anyway, the point is that I kept that story in my head for so long, and it was developing all these years since I was 10. I'm 46. And so it's been in my head for a while. I said, I want to make something out of this. And because I had made Propeller Head and what's it called? KYA is Now in the Air. I made those two stories out of the events that we had, the stories I had made since I was a kid. I said, you know what? I'm going to do this too. Oh, come on, not now. Jeez, you guys. People call me at the worst times. Anyway, I'm not going to take that call. Anyway, point is, I made a story out of this. I started writing it down, started thinking about things, and I came up with this idea that there would be a sequence in which one of the villains, the female villain, a la the Baroness or Evil-Lyn or any of the other sexy villains that we'd see in the cartoons, kidnaps or hypnotizes and kidnaps the hero. And I thought it would be neat if it was like this weird musical interlude. There's a lot of story behind why that scene got developed, but I won't go into it here. The point is that idea made me go, well, let me look at Suno. I'll write a poem, explaining her, how she does it, how she talks to him, how she addresses him. And let me put it into Suno and see what happens. So I put it into Suno, and it gave me this beautiful, wonderful, mesmerizing, hypnotic rave music, which is exactly what it's what I wanted. I told it, but it was better than what I expected. And so I say, I don't know how to write music, so I said, let's go with it. And I go, this is so good. Let me try something else. So I tried writing a song about what it would be like to be an air traffic controller, what it would be like to deal with that pressure and the kind of work they had to do. I did a little research into how they speak and the kind of work that they do and the kind of directions that they give. And I made a poem out of it and then put it into Suno, and it gave me this wonderful, wistful, I want musical song out of it. Because, that's kind of what I told it. And I go, this is amazing. So I ended up doing 2 or 3 more songs with it for other characters, and I go, this has got to be a musical. I'm going to make a musical out of this. I'm going to take these songs, I'm going to incorporate them into the script, and I'm going to make something into it. I started thinking about all the characters and the people I wanted to be in it, and the voices that I imagined for the characters, and how to make this dream come true. And it was beautiful. It came together slowly but surely. I go, well, what kind of actor is a great, withdrawn, soft, sweet kind of voice, but also sings? And I found Callum McAuliffe, who is this wonderful Australian actor who's very humble and very kind and has a terrifically soft and kind voice. And I go, this is the hero right here. This is the guy. I had a little more trouble finding other voices, but one of the voices I thought of for the female, one of the female leads was Ali Sheedy. I thought of her because she had been in so many movies from the 80s that I had seen as a kid, and I really, really just realized that she's a big part of my life. I grew up with her. And I go, maybe she'd be good for this. The character that she plays was originally meant to be a tough fighter and just the character who is good with a gun. But something happened when I used her voice and started recording lines with her. And I'm the one who recorded the lines. It's my performance. I record the lines on my computer and then run it through the voice changer, and it came back, though. When it came back, it sounded so different. It sounded like a human being. I go, this is more. This is not just some silly He-Man Transformers G.I. Joe cartoon. These are real people with real sensitivities and hearts that are going to suffer from the chaos I have in store for them. So the whole story changed. It started from just being a little story that was going to be like a cartoon, maybe an hour and a half, into this 5-act, 6-hour musical. I did not intend it that way from the beginning. It was not what I set out to do. But it turned into that because of just the way it developed. There's a lot of other weird stories about about the different voices and how I chose them and why. But I don't want to waste too much time on it, talking about that. Point is, I made this 5-act, 6-hour musical. Wrote 20-something songs for it. Suno did the orchestration, created the melody. But I think they sound very good. It's something I could not do myself. And I thought it was very impressive. I was very happy with it. I wrote the script, I developed the characters, I recorded every single line. I changed every line using the voice changer and put it together in a movie editor, and I was really proud of it. I think there's some parts that don't quite work maybe as well as they could, and it's not a great work by any stretch, but it's mine. It's my work. It was my dream come true, It was something that meant something to me. So I was very proud of it. I hadn't quite finished it. I was very close to finishing it when I decided, not long after the film festival, that I wanted to share it with a wider audience. That was a fucking mistake. I found a guy on Patreon who was running what they call a audio drama directory, and I told him that I had these podcasts that I've been doing, and I had these projects that I did, and I wanted to share them with people. And so I go, could you put it on your directory? And he goes, oh, interesting, okay. And he looks at him and he goes, oh, I see that you used AI for some of this. I go, yeah, I used AI to change my voice and to create the music because I don't know how to write music. And he goes, well, you should probably know that AI is frowned upon by this community. They don't care for it. They don't like it at all. And I go, okay, what do you mean exactly? He says, well, they consider it an impingement on real talent. They don't like it. So I go, well, I just did it for my voice. And I did it for my music. He goes, well, you might not get much problems because a lot of people change their voices with software. But I'm just warning you. So I looked into it. I looked into stuff like that, and holy fucking shit, these people do not like AI in the slightest. They do not, in any capacity. Now, I didn't use AI to write these stories. I didn't use AI to develop these characters. I didn't use AI to put it together. I just use AI to change my voice so I'd sound like, multiple characters, and to add some music because I don't know how to write music. But they don't care. They don't give a shit. Any use of AI to these people is a violation of true creative craft. And if you use it for any purpose, it is inappropriate. You are an awful, lousy, talentless fraud, and you don't deserve to be a part of their community. They boast and brag about how their projects don't use AI at all. They're happy to. They have the money to hire people. They have the talent to make these things. They have everything they need to make what they want, so they're proud of that. I don't have that talent. I don't know that many people. I don't know how to write music. I can write stories. I can create characters. AI can do that too, but I don't care if people use it for that. I don't feel threatened. And I'm not doing it for money. I just wanted to share my stories so people liked it. They didn't care. They don't care about that. I even read a post by a person who laid that all out in one post. They were so upset about Suno's existence that they were happy to say that if you use Suno at all, you are a talentless hack. You are talentless. You are a fraud. You are a liar. You have no creative bone in your body. You are even if you're just using it to enhance your music, even if you're just using it to add to another project and you don't intend to share it with many people, you are inadvertently contributing to the destruction of art. I just go, the destruction of art? You can't destroy art. People are going to make art whether there's a robot or not. And if the real reason you're making it, what is the reason that you're making it in the first place? Are you making it because it satisfies some exhortation of your soul? Or because you want followers and money? If you're doing it because you want followers and money, well then you've already lost your way. And it's very hard for me to take you seriously for what you're saying. And if you're saying that it's wrong because it takes jobs away from real creative people, well, hey, guess what? Technology has taken jobs away from lots of people over the years. Everything we use every day, every convenience we enjoy has taken jobs away from people. If you decided to excise every little bit of technology that has taken jobs away from people in your life, you would have to live in the woods. It's the only way you could survive and not feel bad about yourself. You at least you certainly could not preach to others about it. If you're saying that people, and this person was saying that they also said, God, you are taking away from the hard work of real musicians. If you want to do this, learn how to do it. Learn how to write music. Learn how to compose music. Learn how to learn an instrument. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And what's really funny to me is that if you just change one or two nouns in that post, they would sound like an anti-welfare conservative. Anti-welfare conservatives use all the same rhetoric. You are taking away from the hard work of real hard-working people. You are lazy and talentless, and you're expecting something for nothing. You are expecting something from nothing. You are taking away from me. You are taking away from what I'm contributing, what makes me special, what makes me hardworking and different and unique. That's my money you're taking away. And I just go, wow, how quickly we turn our attitudes, how quickly our attitudes change when suddenly we're the ones affected, personally affected by a problem. I don't agree with welfare entirely. I think welfare can be misused and abused. Well, I think there are some gray areas, however, where people who do need that stuff should be allowed a safety net. I understand. What if I was in a safety situation like that? It'd be good to know that there's some program like that to help me. The problem is just a lot of people who misuse it, so it's very hard for me to get on board. And I think there are a lot of liars and cheaters and awful people who are taking advantage of it. But to allow for no gray areas at all, isn't that just hardline conservatism? Do you even hear yourself when you say these things? Do you want equality or do you not? Do you want equality as long as it doesn't affect you? Do you want equality as long as it doesn't make you feel less special? As long as it doesn't impinge on your life? It's ironic. This might be the bridge between conservatives and liberals that we've been looking for. Realizing that there's a program out there that we don't agree with, maybe that is making things too equal. That's allowing people to do things that you don't think they should be allowed to do. I worked hard for this. I worked hard to be a musician. And here you are, you come in and you get the same recognition? That ain't fair. I do my job every day. I work really hard. I went out and got a job. I pay my taxes. Now you waltz in and you take some of those taxes and get some money without doing anything at all? Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people who say those aren't the same thing at all. You're comparing apples and oranges. Maybe, I don't know. It's not the program I'm comparing. You have to understand, it's not the program I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing AI with welfare in this case, in this instance. I'm comparing my voice with your voice. Or rather, the voice of an anti-welfare conservative with an anti-Suno-liberal. You're both saying the same thing. I work for this, you can't have it. I work for this, you can't have it. You are ruining the world. You are making things worse for everybody by taking what you didn't earn. Think about it. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. How quickly you're able to turn on your own principles when they're affected, when you're the one personally affected, when you're the one personally hurt by this. You should be ashamed of yourself. You preach about how everyone should be allowed to be who they are, how everyone should do what they want to do, how everyone should be okay with who they are. But when you're hurt, when you're the one who has the money taken away, suddenly you're a monster, you're a talentless hack. You have no trouble being judgmental in that case, do you? This touched on a nerve, as you can tell. This touched on a nerve with me. I just wanted to bring my dreams to life in a way that felt very personal to me. But because I wasn't part of their club and I didn't play by their rules, and because they're the ones who work hard and they are the ones who have the money, it's okay for them to do that. Just like kids in college, just like kids at USC that I dropped out of. I'm not allowed to share what I have to share. I'm not allowed to say what I want to say. Because I didn't do it the way they said I should. And there's a part of me that just says, fuck you. Fuck you. Just like that. When I heard all that and I saw all that and I heard all that, I just realized that all the work that I put into those audio dramas was bullshit. I was bringing a child's drawing into a museum. And all I thought was, this is it. Just like USC, bringing my drawings in there when I saw people who are so much better than me. I'm useless. Everything that I thought was special about me, no one wants to hear, no one wants to see. Hell, my wife wouldn't listen to my audio dramas. It's a weird niche medium. They're very long. My family didn't listen to them. They were very happy to see me on a stage at the film festival. They were very happy about that. They're like, oh, I'm so proud of you. I didn't watch the cartoon, but I'm proud of you being up there. It's like, yeah, well, how about watching what I actually did? I mean, I'm glad that you see me up there. You're happy to see my success, but did you even care about what I actually worked on? Fucking hypocrites. And I said that to them. My parents didn't appreciate it, but I said that to them. I got very angry, and I put the host of that online. I said, you're a bunch of hypocrites. You guys tell me it shouldn't be about success. It should be about the work. But you don't listen to my work. You only care about the success. You're a bunch of liars. You only care when I'm up there on that stage getting adulation. You don't care about what I actually did. I posted clips of it. I posted everything online. Not one of them listened to it. I asked them, I think you might be interested in this. Would you like to listen to this? None of them did. No one in my family. My own wife. So I said, what am I doing? What am I doing with myself? No matter what I pick, no matter what I choose, no matter what I choose to do by myself, I tried to do this thing by myself. I tried to make this thing by myself. And I did it. I did it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do everything. I needed some help. But I did it. And it's still not good enough for people. All they want to do is shoot it down. So I said, fuck this. I'm killing myself. I'm going to kill myself. There's no point. These things that meant so much to me, and I finally find a way to share it, and nobody cares. What am I existing for? What am I doing this for? And I was ready to do it. I was ready to pretend to go to work, go down the 2-lane highway that I usually go down to go to work, and drive into the other lane and crash into somebody to kill myself. I was absolutely ready. But I made a promise. I made a promise to my parents. I made a promise to my family. I made a promise to my therapist. I said, if I ever feel like this again, because I had felt like this before many, many times, if I ever feel like this again, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to tell you. I will not do it. I will tell you. And I did. And I went to the hospital, and I stayed for a while, and I dealt with it. I just told them this is how I felt my whole life. Nothing I do is ever good enough. There are too many people in the way. There are too many people who want to tell me how much morally upright they are than I am, who need to feel like I'm just an also-ran. I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. I'm not good enough. That's why I withdrew from USC. That's why I suffered from depression and panic attacks and agoraphobia for over 10 years. It's why I am where I am right now. It's why I'm working as a billing clerk instead of writing stories. Every effort I make, and maybe I'm setting this up, maybe every effort I make is deliberately bad. Maybe I'm self-sabotaging. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't know. Every one of these things is a failure. And there's always some asshole, some liar, some loudmouth who wants to tell me I'm terrible. And they're happy to tell me I'm terrible. And the funny thing is, it doesn't seem to come from any decent perspective. There's a game that just came out. What was it called? Expedition 33. I know it got a lot of awards. A lot of people really love it. I haven't played it yet. I'm interested. I'm curious about playing it. But there was something called the Indie Game Showcase Awards, and they gave it the best game of the year. But then they found out early on in its production, they used AI assets to fill in textures. Of course, they erased those assets later and replaced them with their own hand-drawn, hand-created assets, but they didn't care. They felt that using AI at all was a violation. It corrupted the whole project, and so they rescinded their Game of the Year award. These people are fucking deranged. I want to see where they're coming from. I want to understand that, yes, I see what you're saying. Using AI is easy. It scrubs shit from other things, but it doesn't destroy art. Are you serious? Do you really believe that when you say that? Or are you just trying to take on some moral crusade to feel superior to someone else? And now you're in a spot where you can't back down. You can't see any moral gray areas. You can't see anything because someone else is going to say, oh, well, you're a pussy if you don't agree with me 100%. I can't get on board with that. This is how I feel about politics in general. People say, oh, you're a fence sitter because I don't agree with one side or the other. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to associate with you if you act like this. I don't want to associate with people who are this hateful, this judgmental, and this rude, and this dismissive. I refuse. I refuse to be on this side and on the left side, and I refuse to be on the right side because nobody's on my side. I'm like Treebeard. Nobody's on my side. Who's looking out for me? The guy who just wants to make things and enjoy things in a fair and easy way. Who wants to live in peace. Who wants to build bridges and not hate. And not tell everyone else that I'm better than you. And you're inferior because you do this, or you're inferior because you do that. People don't like being told that. And I don't think that the left understands that that's why Trump won. It's not because more people love Trump. It's because more people hate you. People don't like being told that they're morally inferior to you. They don't like being told from being preached to from a high perch. People don't like that. I don't like Trump, but I hate the other side more. I didn't vote for Trump, but I hate the other side more because I will not put up with anyone telling me I'm a bad person for not agreeing with them. I will not put up with that. Not from teachers, not from the church, not from people who tell me I need to use their pronouns. I'm sorry. Sorry if that hurts your feelings. I will try my best to respect you, but on a personal level. You're not entitled to my respect until you earn it. But every day I keep getting told that I just don't fit in. I just don't, that attitude, that my personality, what I want to share is just not good enough. And every day there's always some moment when that thought comes into my head when I want to put a gun in my mouth and just say, you know what, I don't belong here. This world is too strange for me. I don't fit. It's been hell on my wife. My poor wife had to see me fall apart. She had to see me yelling and screaming about all this stuff, just like I'm yelling and screaming to you right now. And I feel like nobody cares, and not even her. And she goes, I'm feeling attacked right now. And I said, well, it's not your fault. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just telling you how it is. And I love her, and I love her very much, and I would never, ever, ever turn on her or leave her because of this. This is not that important. This is just some stupid little project that I made, but I kept hoping that, at least the people who are close to me would care about it, and nobody does. Like, not looking for pity, not looking for performative gestures, where people say, okay, I'll listen to it because you need me to. No, it's all right. I totally understand. But I thought there might be a community where I could share it, and even they don't want to listen to it. So I fell apart. I fell apart because it's just one more example of how I don't fit. And I still don't fit, but I'm trying. And at the time, I was learning about the life of Ali Sheedy, because I wanted to learn about the lives of the actors whose voices I incorporated. I know it wasn't really fair and ethical, so I just wanted to. I actually reached out to her manager. I sent an email to her manager on IMDb Pro and told her, hey, I made this thing. I don't have a lot of listeners. I'm not trying to commercialize it, but if you don't like me doing it, tell me and I'll stop. Never got a response. I assume they either didn't read it, or maybe it never got to them, or they just saw it as me as another kooky fan, and they said, what the fuck did I care? I also did that with Jennifer Tilly, another actress whose voice I used for the story. Pierre Emmanuel Save the Solar System. She plays a villain. And I think a very interesting character. I really like her character. And said the same thing. No response. So they just see me as a kook. So I'm just okay, that's fine, I understand that. I'm sure we get lots of kooky emails from different things, so I didn't take it personally. But I felt for Ali Sheedy when I learned about what she went through. I watched a video of an interview with her and Charlie Rose. She was talking, it was 1998, and she was talking about her movie High Art, which I think is a tremendous and beautiful movie. Very painful, because it's about creativity. And she was so honest and so real in that interview. I just felt for her. I just felt like, poor thing, she's been through so much. Oh, a scroll, okay. I don't know, something about me, because I was feeling hurt and lonely and scared, I just kind of latched onto that. I just go, I want to learn more about her. Because she had been a part of some movies that I grew up with as a kid, but I didn't really follow her career. I didn't know anything about her career. So, I looked into a lot of her old movies. I found out about her addiction problems. I found out about the book she wrote. She wrote a book of poems, and she wrote she actually wrote a short story or novella when she was 12. That was a bestseller called She Was Nice to Mice, which is about Queen Elizabeth I. It was surprisingly cute and very cool. I bought both books and I read them, and I go, wow, she's really talented. How come she didn't pursue this? Why didn't she keep going with this? And I realized that her books of poems was panned. critics all thought she was being self-indulgent and just trying to make money off of her problems as a celebrity. But I read it and I go, this is raw, real stuff. This isn't just... She was treated very unfairly. And I related to her on that regard. I just felt like she was really mistreated. And I don't know, I went to her group. She has only one group online. It's on Facebook. And I said, you know what, I'm going to celebrate this person. I'm going to tell the world about all the hard work she did, about all the wonderful things she's been in, all the things, the efforts she's made, the choices she's made and why, and show the world that she deserves respect for that. She deserves respect for this. And so that's what I did. I looked up all her movies on Apple TV and Tubi, and I watched them all. Right from Our Guys to The Pickle to what else was there? To Sins of Our Children, Sins of Our Youth. That's what it's called. All sorts of stuff. The Junior Defenders. I love that movie, Junior Defenders, which is a really low budget, silly, satirical movie. She's great in all of them. Or even what was there? Bad Boys from the 80s. But there was also what was the dog movie? Man's Best Friend, a campy horror film. But she's light years ahead of all the actors in it. She's so good. She threw herself into it. And I just go, she deserves respect for this. She deserves respect for what she chose to do. Because she got out of Hollywood because she knew she didn't fit in there. The producers there were saying she wasn't fuckable. They were saying she didn't have big enough breasts. They were telling her to get plastic surgery. And she's like, I ain't putting up with this garbage. I'm changing who I am for you assholes. This is terrible. So she got out of it. And I just go, good for you. Good for you. You don't need these assholes. You don't need these fuckers telling you who you should be and who you shouldn't be. To quote Little Miss Sunshine, you do what you love and fuck the rest. I posted all that stuff on trying to encourage people to watch her movies on her group, and I even did some fan art of pictures and scenes from movies that I love. One of my favorite movies of hers was I'll Take You There, which is by Adrienne Shelley. It's this wonderful romantic comedy, which is a lot like Sideways by Alexander Payne and Rex Pickett, but it predates them by several years. So it's a wonderful movie, and I highly recommend it. I shared that stuff on the group, just going, hey, look at this, look at that. And sadly, most of the comments I see on there is, Ally Sheedy is so pretty. I wish I could go out with her. She's still really pretty. She's still doable. I'm like, God, what's wrong with you people? It's like, God, grow up. Don't you see any of this that's going on here? What is wrong with everybody? On another note, I know I'm going on and on about creativity right now, but there were other things going on in our lives. My wife and I have been trying IVF because we haven't been able to have a baby. And our first round failed. IVF is very, very expensive, as I'm sure you all know. And it failed. We had good luck. We had 2 embryos that could have worked, and they didn't work. They didn't. We transferred them over, and sadly, they didn't take. So a poor wife has gone through this emotional roller coaster, and I just feel awful for her. And I don't know what the problem is. Is it me? Is it her? We don't know. I don't want to say that it's her. I don't want to come to that final say that she just can't. We're trying a second round now. We've had some very disastrous trips to Colorado and Chicago and then New York that were very slow and very difficult. And funny enough, we went on but we went on a flight back. We actually saw Rob Schneider flying back from Colorado to California. It was very interesting. He's shorter than we thought. But we're trying a second round, and the embryos are in New York. They're even in better shape than the last time we tried, but we don't know. And I think we wanted to do the transfer over the winter time, but the weather in New York is so bad over the winter that we just said, I don't want to risk you getting stranded over there, babe. So you just wait until the weather's clearer. We may go and take care of it in the spring, but I also think she wants to wait because she just doesn't want. She's afraid of the result. I think she's afraid that she will. It won't work out, and it will be the nail in the coffin because we can't afford to do another round. I told her, hey, whatever happens, we'll find a way to have a child, and we're going to keep trying. We may be in our 40s, but we're going to try. And if we can't have one this way, we'll find another way. So she's dealing with that, and I'm trying my best to support her. And I have hope, but I'm not the one going through it like she is. She's the one who has to deal with it emotionally, physically, and I have to watch. That's all I can do. So she's trying. Meanwhile, relatives passed away, other relatives caught cancer. We had to deal with that. Shauna's doing her best to keep the family together. And I'm just proud of her. I'm really, really proud of her because she's able to keep it together and still do her job teaching kids. And in spite of everything, she's also going to she's pursuing her master's degree, which is taking up even more time in her free time because she thinks she might want to go into administration rather than just being a teacher. I'm just really happy for her. Meanwhile, I'm over here spending my free time playing Dragon Quest and talking to nobody. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be too hard on myself there. I mean, everyone deserves to relax. I decided that after I got out of the hospital that I would finish my projects anyway, and I did do a couple more, despite the fact that knowing that it would not be taken seriously. I just said, you know what, I'm going to make these anyway. I've come this far, I'm not going to stop. But now the genie's out of the bottle, and a lot of people are starting to use AI more. You're hearing it a lot and things like that. You know what? Maybe I should try something different. A friend told me that Pierre Emmanuel is good enough to share with a larger audience. And I said, okay, maybe I should. So I've gone to a couple of websites like Casting Call Club, and oh, hold on, let me take these over here. Oh. Gotta make sure to use those. Seed of Strength too, okay. And I decided to do a proof of concept for Pierre Emmanuel. I want to do a song, I want to do a dialogue scene, and I want to do an action scene to kind of demonstrate what this project is all about. No AI at all. All human voices, all human created music, and I hired a musician to do the song. I hired and I'm going to hire him to do the score, and I'm using royalty-free music for the background music. I can still use all the same sound effects, obviously, but just replacing the voice assets and music assets with these human-made ones. And I want to see how it goes. See if the gatekeepers still have an issue with it. If they say it's a big so what, I'm going to say, fuck it, I'm not wasting all this money on this. I made it already once, and I don't need to prove it to anyone else again. But maybe people will like it. So we'll see what happens. But it's collaborating with people can be very difficult, especially at this time of the year, so I'm still waiting. Still waiting on some people to put some stuff together, and that's okay. I'm not mad at them or anything. They're busy, they have things to do, and they're sick and stuff like that, so it's alright. We'll see how that goes. I need to. Right now, we're working on the song. The musician's given me the song for the scene, and it's very good. I really like it, but I need to get the actual voice actors who are playing the characters to sing the song. And they have all kinds of things and questions and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm not sure what I can do for you, but I'll do the best I can. I just don't want all that work to go to waste. I'd like to think that there are people who enjoy it. And I'd like to think that maybe it's not just for me and my friends or the friends who have listened to it. My wife still hasn't listened to all of them. My family won't listen to all of them. I have to tell them to listen to them. And I don't want to be an asshole about it. You know, it's like, if you don't like it, it's okay, just tell me. And I know that they can't tell me. They can't, because it's just, they're too close to me. What I'm learning is that I need to be happy with what I did for myself. That's why people create. They create because they need to, not because they need to. They need to create, not because they need validation or money. I'm not looking for money. But there is a part of me that wishes, probably that scarred part of me from when I was 17, that wishes that maybe even though I couldn't make it, I couldn't hold it together in that world. It'd be nice to know that I could have. Oh, what's going on here? Oh dear, I have to do another boss fight. Oh shit. No! Don't kill him! I need to save him! Okay, good. Alright, asshole, let's see what we need to do here. I don't know if any of this will really help me. Zap is... okay, let's do it. Yeah. He's just slapping me. I feel like he's softening me up for a big attack, so let me just keep hitting him. Alright, that's good. Good, keep it up. We'll just keep going. Well, he's got a lot of endurance, hasn't he? Right, he's getting weak. He's getting weak. We're gonna get him. Yeah, okay, that wasn't too bad. I thought it'd be a lot worse. Maybe I'm just lucky because the computer didn't choose to do other options, but I'll take it. So there. Yeah, it's true. We do need her guidance to find the medal. Buddy, hey buddy. I love you, me brother. What is this? I'm not controlling this. This is all... oh, hey! Hello, ladies.
He found us! Quick, run away! If he catches us, he'll sell us to someone, and they'll put us on display in a traveling circus or something horrible like that.
Wait! He beat that horrible monster, didn't he? Maybe he's not all bad. You really helped us out there. That monster was after us, you see. So, thanks. What's your name, by the way?
Some call me Daniel.
I only asked for your name. not your life story. So, in short, you're on a quest to save the world. And you need to find a way of summoning Lady Rubis so she can help you. Well, we're not supposed to share this sort of thing, but I suppose it won't hurt to tell you just a little bit about her.
What are you doing? In case you've forgotten that's a human you're talking to. How do you know you can trust him?
Look, I know humans are awful and greedy and can't be trusted in everything.
Oh yeah.
But if this world gets plunged into endless darkness, it's not exactly going to be great for us fairies either.
So, you think we should help him? Just like that?
I do, yes. We need to work together on this one.
Good
He
attitude.
can fight monsters, which means he can help us with that other thing.
Oh, the other thing! Gosh, you're a devious little devil, aren't you? I love it!
Lady Rubis isn't here in Alefgard right now. She's visiting another world.
Oh, okay.
A very far away world that it will be very hard to call her back from.
Our leader came up with an ingenious way of summoning her.
Nice picture. I like that. It's pretty.
But before we could finish getting everything ready, we got attacked by the Dragon Lord's stupid lackeys, and she ran off somewhere. That's why we came down here in the first place, to look for her.
There are dwarves living to the east of here that she's had dealings with in the past, you see. We thought they might know something, but there are so many annoying monsters in the way. We're never going to get there ourselves.
And we can't summon Lady Rubis on our own. Only the boss knows how to do it. So if you could go and find her for us, we'd all be happy. Right? Thank you. Come and let us know if you find anything out, won't you? We'll be... well, the dwarves can tell you where to find us, I'm sure.
All right, we'll be off then. See you!
Dwarves and fairies, definitely not in the original game. A choker. Probably cursed. Zombie meal. You think that's healthy? Let's see here. Inauspicious armor that saps HP with every step they take. Inauspicious artifact. Yeah. There were cursed items in the original game too, but they actually in the NES game they actually called them cursed. So it was like, why would you even try them on? You couldn't remove them without some kind of blessing. I like the animation on this thing. It's so weird looking. I'm almost out of time. I can't play too much longer, so I'll try to finish up my story about the year here on a positive note. My wife and I are going to try again for the baby. If this IVF round doesn't work out, we're going to look into adoption. It's a risky proposition, but we're going to look into it. She's going to get her master's degree very soon. If she does, she's going to be in a very good shape financially. I didn't push her into this. It was her choice. I told her, if you want to do this, I mean, I won't stop you. I support you. If you choose not to do it, I support you. She's doing great. She's kicking ass in all her classes. I'm very proud of her. She's wonderful. I love my wife. She's amazing. And, funny thing happened. I made a page for my what's it called? For my podcast on Facebook for Fried Rice, and it's linked to my profile, and maybe about I don't know, maybe a few weeks, maybe a month ago, I got a message saying that admin Ali Sheedy has invited your Fried Rice podcast page to her group. I just stared at that notification for like hours, just going, is this real? Is this real? There you go, get him. Good, get him. There we go. Ali Sheedy, the admin of her own group, her only group on social media,
somehow found my page, which was connected to my profile, and invited it to her group. I did not. I have never posted. Now I know that people do that a lot. They do that a lot. They say, like, if you post something or you make a comment on something they post, they'll find you and say, hey, join my group, join my group, join my group. But I never used my fried rice page to post anything. It was just there as a place for the podcast. I only ever post using my personal account, which is Daniel Rocha, this vendor. Somehow she found it. Or someone pretending to be her found it. And she wanted it to be part of her group. That somehow she saw it. I don't know what this means. Maybe, I mean, there's a lot of doubts about the group. There's a lot of people who think maybe that's not really her. Maybe it's her admins doing that for you. But why would they? I mean, if a celebrity heard that, I mean, I would think their first instinct would be cease and desist. You're using my voice without permission. But she didn't do that. Maybe in her small way, she was saying she liked it. I'd like to believe that. That's what I want to believe. I don't know if my writing is that good, or if maybe I gave her a role, or my performance in using her voice flattered her, or maybe made her feel respected. I don't know. I want to believe it. Because every voice in my life has told me, no, you're not that good. You're terrible. You're not good enough for USC. You're not good enough to be in our group. You're not good enough to be one of our audio dramas. But maybe she saw it. You know? I don't know. I mean, the animation that I made with Pac Billy was one thing. It felt really good, but it wasn't me, if that makes sense. That was Pac Billy. That was his sensibility. That was his writing. That was his energy. That was his vibe. That was his soul. This is mine, created in a way that I always dreamed of, in a way that I knew it could not be done in any other way. But it meant something to me. And nobody wants to hear it because they don't like the tools I used. Because they want to feel morally superior to me. But maybe she saw it. Maybe she did. Maybe, this is what I needed to, maybe I shouldn't be worried about validation. Maybe I shouldn't be so worried about what people think. But to be told, from someone up there on that plane, to come down and say, hey, you have potential. You are good. I don't think I have what it takes to do it professionally. I don't think I have the drive, the work ethic, the energy to do what you need to do to be a producer or a director, to actually really make these things happen. But I do like to write, and I know what I want it to be. And I know I'm proud of how it turned out. I'm proud of how it makes me feel. I wish I could share it with more people. I wish I could share it without judgment. I wish that my friends and family would listen, but I can't make them, and it's not something that's fair to ask. But maybe she heard it. Maybe she heard it. Maybe she liked it. If she did, that's all I needed, really. I just wish I could know for sure. Ally Sheedy is very gun-shy about social media, and understandably so. She had an incident where she made a comment about James Franco when he won a Golden Globe. She was very upset about it. She said that she didn't think it was right. She said, or at least that's what she implied. She said, James Franco just won the Golden Globe. People wonder why I got out of television and movies and television. This is a tweet of hers a long time ago. I don't think she expected the scrutiny that tweet got, because the media descended on that like locusts, and they wrote all kinds of stories about it. What does she mean by that? What does she mean by that? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Because Ally Sheedy had worked with James Franco. James Franco had directed a play called The Long Shrift. I think that's what it's called. Let me look that up. I don't want to get it wrong. Let me make that. Let's see. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Typing it in here. Hold on. Yeah, he directed The Long Shrift. This was back in 2014, and Ali Sheedy was in it, part of the production. And I don't know what happened in there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what she was referring to, and nobody really knows. It's none of my business. It's that's that's their business. But my point is that she made that comment, and everybody wanted to know what was going on. I don't think she expected that. I don't think she expected everybody to look at what she had to say. I don't think she realized that people still cared what she had to say. She probably felt like, gosh, I didn't expect this. I better shut up. I better not say this. I don't think I'm going to say anything else, because everything I say is going to be dissected and analyzed and broadcast all over the world. I got to be careful. So I think she is in that group. But she does every once in a while make a little like or a little comment or a little post, and very rarely. And but she does it. So I think she is looking. No, I don't know. Maybe I'm putting too much thought into this. Maybe I'm giving it too much value. I'm not trying to venerate this person as a goddess or anything like that. She's just a person. But she's a successful, talented person. And I'm not. I'm an unsuccessful, untalented person who's just trying to make things that make me happy. I was told all my life that I was very talented. I was told all my life that I could do things, but it just never bore out. I've been living my life day to day trying just not to have panic attacks, trying not to freak out, not kill myself. I've been lucky enough that I found people who want to be around me, who want to be with me. My wife wants to be with me. She loves me, and I love her very much. But I don't feel like I've lived up to my potential. I don't feel like I've lived up to what I could do. And now, obviously, these feelings might be brought on from my age. I'm 46, perfect time for a midlife crisis. But I honestly have come to a sense of acceptance that I'm just a guy, an ordinary guy who might have a talent or two, but sometimes you need to hear it, You need to hear it to know. You need to hear it to know. It's sad that we need confirmation from others to decide who we are, but I'd like to think that what I'm doing is worthwhile, even if it is enhanced by something that people don't agree with. It means something to me. There's still something human beneath it all. Just like people who run on prosthetic legs, even on marathons, even though, it might seem unfair to those who have normal legs. We still accept that. I don't have musical talent. I wish that I did. I wish that I had the same drive to compose music that I always had to draw cartoons. I've always wanted to draw cartoons. It just was natural to me. I've always wanted to write stories. It's always just been natural to me. Composing music, though, is completely foreign. I don't understand it. But there are people for whom it is totally natural. I just don't know any. And I can't afford to hire them all. I wish that I could. I mean, things are going okay for me now, but man, it ain't cheap. And I don't blame them. It's okay. They should charge $200, $500 a song. It's okay. I understand. But it doesn't mean I can afford it. I use what I've got, I'm just a guy. For some people, that's not okay to accept. I guess I have to go back to Little Miss Sunshine. Dwayne said it best, fuck beauty contests. Life is just one beauty contest after another. You do what you like and fuck the rest. But part of me now doesn't want to use AI anymore. Part of me wants to go for the real thing. If I can make Pierre Emmanuel Save the Solar System into a real thing, using real voices, I don't care how much money I spent. I'll feel like I did it. I got past those assholes. Told them, fuck you. I still did it anyway. We'll see what happens. And if anybody cares. I'll need to quit soon. Let me see if I can finish what we've got here, and then I'll call it a night. Need to get back to Robin Hood. Okay, I think I can afford to go back to tactics here. You really just need to use it for boss battles. Sometimes Fight Wisely works good for boss battles, but other times it kind of dances around what you really need to do. Nice. So, seeing that spell just reminds me, if you're playing this game, read those scrolls as soon as you get them. It'll help you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Hey, Ugly, wake up! Hit it on the head. Damn right I am. Yahoo. Got it. Oh, I don't think so. Aren't we even? Alright. Well, I don't mind that. That's kind of cool when villains become your, even especially the funny villains, pesky padlocks. A fair few doors and treasure chests use locked shut. Using most locked items, you have the right key. Use key or unlocked doors and treasure chests. Includes the fairy leader. Alright, well, I'm getting the hell out of here. Now I see, I can zoom now. I have the spell zoom? Alright, well I'm gonna zoom back to Tanagel and heal up. Good. How am I doing on money? I got a lot of money. Maybe I should zoom to Call. See what I can buy. If I don't do it now, I'll forget the next time. So, the good stuff's over here, right? Okay. Let's go. It's alright. Alright, good. Yes. Getting hung up on the railings here. Ooh. No, I need armor. That's a big boost right there. Sorry, I'll stop singing. Obviously this would be a big help, but I needed the armor, because I'm behind on armor. I don't know, maybe I did that wrong. Maybe I should have got the whip. If it's stronger than the shield I've got, then I can make money more quickly, but my armor's just really behind. I need to heal up. I mean, I'm not that hurt, but let me get to the end here. Oh, I have enough to get a better helmet. Let me get the better helmet. A fur hood. Gimme. Yes. I don't want those boxer shorts. I had to look at that. I definitely don't want this. A word of warning. Well, why would I keep something that's not good for me? I don't know. Maybe there's a reason. Who knows? 10 times to pay. A cursed wig. Defending is the only one. Okay, yeah. That's okay. He's not warning about that one. That axe. Is that worse? No, it's better. Holy shit. I've had it and it was better. Okay. Let's get rid of that sword. Yeah, see? Alright. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, almost done. I already have a bronze shield. Okay, let's sell the other one. It's even weaker, but it hits all enemies. I think the boomerang hits all enemies, whereas this only hits one group. So I'll keep that. Let's see. We'll come back to that. Anyway, let me save one more time, and then I'm gonna have to call it. My apologies to anyone who was listening who was not terribly interested, but I appreciate that you showed up at all. Thank you. Alright. I bid this child a peaceful respite. And you know what? I do the same to all of you. Thank you for listening and for putting up with all this. If you listened all this time, I really appreciate it. It felt good to get it all out, even if it was to no one in particular. Sometimes you just got to stream into the void, you know. Anyway, it was really nice to stream again. I hope that some of you will listen. I'll talk to you again soon.